How you started it?
Yeah, I started it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you,
So what these bro? A lot of these people that be speaking, bro, they are
yeah, I
not
started
familiar.
it. Yeah,
They are
yeah.
not what they are not familiar with quote unquote African culture or African quote unquote spirituality. Like they say you don't know where you came from directly. That doesn't matter. When you look at a lot of these quote unquote tribal formations, they're really recent. Like when you look at the mandate, like there's so many subgroups and clans, like even the Mosi is just a confirmation of the Garunsi and the mandate. Like a lot of these tribal groups and ethnic groups are related, and just because they have a recent formation of isolation, it doesn't make them different people. And when you look at the spiritual systems, the only thing that's really different, bro, is the specific divinations. Everybody's doing basically the same stuff, bro. It's like it, but I'm not trying to proselytize to nobody. I don't care what religion you're doing. I'm talking about people that's quote unquote pro-black or pan-African or whatever, however you want to describe it. There's no excuse to be following no Abrahamic faith, and for somebody to argue that Abrahamic faiths have been the pros have outweighed the cons historically and contemporarily. I mean, you just being disingenuous. If you want to have an emotional connection to the Bible, do that. But like I said when I first got on the panel when it first started, uh, you trying to validate it through historically, saying that you have some genetic tie with these people, it's a lie, bro. You don't. We have no genetic tie to the people that propagated Islam, the people that propagated Judaism, and the people that proselyted Orthodox Christianity, bro. We don't. That's not our stuff. If you want to convert to it, convert to it, but stop lying.
Ngolo, you ready for this? We got some brothers right now, and I'm talking about they just a hand swipe away. That they would literally say, Ngolo, that they can trace their blood lineage back to Israel.
Yeah,
I'm talking about,
they
listen, antiquity.
That's what it does, bro. That's what it does to the brain. It does to the human man. It's happening in Africa, bro. They're literally have been distorting their own ethnic history, trying to tie
Hold
themselves
on for
back
one
to
minute. Hold on
the
for one minute.
Levant.
Revelation, is that you?
Yeah.
Is that you, Revelation?
Yeah, it's me, sir. It's me.
Okay, all right.
Yes, sir.
Continue.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying is they sitting there, they indoctrinated so bad, and then Angolo, they want to tell you the narrative as the way they see it, not that you don't have a mind of your own, right?
Facts.
And then you run, oh, you don't know nothing, you know. That really, you know, that kind of gets to me just personally. I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm gonna drop the mic. Anybody with a spiritual system or anybody with religious thoughts and ideas, keep them to yourself. That's my whole thing. Don't be pushing your ideology on nobody else. I don't care if you're Muslim, whatever you are, it's personal. And that's called, and I want to know, you can agree with me or not, and go, because I know you kind of wise, and my brother Rakupi wise as well. Sai has been around so many spiritual forces that it's not funny. But I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. I said this from the beginning. The black people, what we did
You
have,
still there?
yeah, what we have is spirituality. That's what came out of Africa.
Repeat
So,
yourself,
Check it out,
brother. You
y'all brothers.
froze.
Let me ask y'all this. Real quick.
Hold on.
No,
One
he
thing I'll
wasn't
say,
finished speaking. He froze up, brother. Let him finish his
I
thought.
froze.
All
Yeah, you froze up, brother.
Wow.
right, hold on, y'all. 7 assault. If that's you, put your hand up. Put your hand up. All right, King J, if that's you, put your hand up. All right, got y'all.
Yeah. Well, what I know, I froze. I never froze, man. Oh, anyway.
nah, you didn't freeze. You was done. But go ahead.
No, he did freeze. It was loading on there.
All I'm saying is this here, brother. What we brought over here from Africa in the transatlantic slave trade, and who all the people who over in Africa now, they have spirituality. So that's from antiquity, right? So
Correct.
and it's personal. That's what you have. That's within you. So when you come, you got these great teachers over here, Yara and Captain Sariak. I can throw them names because they throw them back at me. They want to tell you everything is what's right. and you don't know what you're talking about. It went like this. Dude, how do you know? Right? So that's my argument right there. They taking this literature, this literature that, and I'm gonna use this is a strong point right here. How they, you know how they took all our patents and everything like that, right? All these black inventors, right? So what makes these people think that our book was created and then they didn't take that in because they had the money, they had the printing press, they took our ideas and wrote them the way they wanted to write them. That's all I'm saying, man. That's what I see. That's my personal thing, and I don't argue that.
All right, let me say this real quick, man. We got Brother Gideon here, who is another Israelite. So right now he got to get this work because he's on the hot seat and he's promoting this nonsense as well. So Gideon, go ahead and start off the conversation so you can get this smoke, man.
Yeah, I just appreciate that, side. You know, one thing, you know,
Gideon, you my brother, man.
yeah, you know, hyenas don't fear me, man. Not at all, man. It's a lot of them, but you know.
So you're the hyena. We the lions.
Nah, you know, we're tough lions, man. So, so to the brother Angola.
There's no, hey, yo, there's
Elder
no lions in Israel, brother. The lions is in Africa.
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
You're not a lion.
Exactly.
In Israel. The lions
hey,
are.
But the woman is God, though, sir. So you're living in a female-dominated society.
No.
According to your paradigm. So you're a hyena. The lions run stuff where we from. The men run it.
Okay.
The men is God. So
right. Hey, brother.
Your zoo type is hyena for right now, all y'all. So
yes, sir. Go ahead.
You know. So Angola, let me ask you this. So I have no problem when a person say they don't like Israelites and all this and all that. My problem, and not even a problem, but this is where I find it disingenuous. And I'm gonna see if you're of that ilk, because you might not know. You do know, so you can believe what you want to believe, but one thing you really can't say is that the European gave us Christianity, because you can actually see that it came from all three directions, however many directions you want to say. It came from North Africa, came from East Africa, and you even have it in the Congo as early as the 12th century, or rather the 13th century, before any European came. So in your exposition of how you hate God and, you know, Israelite, whatever, when you say that, now that I've told you that, now if you continue to say that, then that would be you disingenuous. That's all.
I'm already privy to the what's up. What you said about the Congo. The Congo didn't get Christianity through any other means but the Portuguese, so that's a lie.
Again, like I said, you have sources that state they had Christianity as early as the 1200s before any Portuguese came into the area.
You're not gonna find any reputable. The reputable consensus is that no Christian came to Congo before the Portuguese. It's not true. So
Christianity started in 320 AD.
Cite the source. Cite the source, though. He said there's sources. Cite them. He needs to cite those sources.
Yeah. Let me. I mean, that's gonna be easy. I can do that real quick. It's nothing.
Well, if you go on my channel, Cushite Israelite TV, you'll see it. I have a video.
So you a Cushite
in 320 AD. That means it started 300 some years after the death of Jesus Christ. There was no such thing as Christianity in Africa. No such thing.
What about 330 AD?
Christianity, when you Google when did Christianity start, it tells you 320 AD. That means 300 something odd years after the death of Jesus Christ. Christianity is built off of the name of Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ was not even no Christian. You now have to go back and find out what he was, because it was created 300 some odd years after his death, sir.
Right. So you know that's a whole nother argument.
Yeah, that's a weak argument.
We trying to have our attention span be a little bit more than 15 seconds, right? So you kind of threw me off what you said just now. We're talking about what I just said. Now, if you want to change the subject, not really change the subject, but move to another topic of the same subject, you can do that. But you know you're coming from left field with what you're saying, right?
You're not saying nothing, brother. You're just talking. You was the
Show the
one speaking
source.
about Christianity and what
I'm
what it
finna drop
was in
my source in the
Congo
back
at
there.
a date, and I gave you another date. I gave you the date when Christianity started, sir. So I'm talking about what you're talking about.
Well, no, you're not, because 320 AD, we're talking about West Africa, are probably about 1400, 1500 AD now. We're like 1,000 years later than what you're talking about.
And this
So,
man hates my guy, bro, and he see what I'm saying. King J always have like kind of a sensible understanding a lot of times, but
You're just agreeing with each
I'm about
other.
to bring
That
multiple
that
sources.
doesn't
but
prove anything.
I
You
would just
just
like to
yeah, no,
ask,
it doesn't. Like I said, he doesn't agree with what I say in totality at all, not to the closest. So
well,
I agree with you.
to the panel, have we discovered migration from Egypt into West Africa through the Congo? Like, are there trade routes? Have we discovered the migration? Like, what's the consensus on that?
yeah, brother.
I
You're
mean,
late, man.
the
The
academic
There's some
from
consensus
accounts of
West
some West
Africa and
Africans
went into
saying that
Egypt, sir.
that their ancestors came from
as
Egypt.
no,
There
yeah,
are.
there's oral accounts of it, but as far as like from a material culture and archaeological standpoint, it's not really the
No.
academic consensus is that's not really accurate like that. But
Right.
as far as like from a cultural standpoint, there's extreme cultural similarities from the West African culture, Central African culture, and what is
From the
said to
top
be
and the
quote
bottom,
unquote
brother.
Kemetic culture.
I don't think
But
no one can
as far
actually
as
say
architecture and material culture, migration, there's not a lot of
yes
evidence to
it is.
support that.
Yes it is. I think he's wrong on that, King J.
No,
You remember
no,
when I
I said linguistic. There's linguistic
no I didn't
evidences, but
I
there,
said physical material in Yoruba country, the what is the people called? The
which ones? The oil?
Everybody, it's one mic, y'all. It's one mic. So
okay.
let me hear from my brother Revelation. What you got, Revelation?
Yeah. These guys are
Hey, you got
nuts.
free time today, brother. You've been over here with us all day today. What's up, man?
I'm just chilling. I'm here just to defend the truth. And the
Oh,
thing
man.
about it is, Gideon. I'm actually, I'm here and I understand what Gideon is trying to say, because Gideon is actually somebody that's familiar with the scriptures, so he knows what it's good for, and he knows what it has in it. You see, it's a sad thing. How would you look at me, sa.neter, if I just be like, we should discard the Book of the Dead, but then I never read anything. I don't know anything about the Book of the Dead. Am I qualified to say that we should discard it?
What I
And
was
this is
saying
the
to you
issue.
is, what I would say to you is, if you would say discard the Book of the Dead, I'll say, so what? Go ahead and disregard it.
Yeah, but I know, but the question is this: will I be qualified to say that if I do not read the book?
No.
So
But
this is what I'm saying,
some of
son.
these brothers up here, I'm quite sure they are familiar and they read the Bible. They know the Bible.
Brother, majority of Africans on the continent, and I'll say even majority of African Americans have not read the Bible from cover to cover. It's more of a cultural thing, as
Right.
far as like
Okay, yeah,
But most of them are taught the Bible
my
though. But
brother,
see, this the whole thing.
most of the
One
cultural motifs
mic.
that it provides.
One mic.
One mic. Okay, who's going, Sa? Who's going?
Okay, so my brother, you with the hoodie, are
Oh,
you
okay.
familiar with the Bible, sir?
You already read.
No,
Hold up.
I've read 3/4 of the Bible up until I stopped reading the Bible at the age of 15. When and I always knew it was not true, but since like I
Okay,
was
so
7, but
what is the like? What book would you say you're familiar with in the Bible?
mostly Psalms, Matthew. Those are the ones I remember, like all of the Proverbs and all of that type of stuff.
Okay, and you see something wrong with the book of Psalms and the book of Proverbs that would make you tell somebody to discard the Bible.
Yeah,
And I like the two books. I love the two books that's your books. Psalms and Proverbs. Psalms and Proverbs would make you tell somebody discard the Bible.
brother, that would be like okay, so say for instance, hypothetically, let's do a thought experiment. If somebody had the book of Harry Potter, correct, and they started a religion based upon the motifs and the pretenses that was in the book of Harry Potter, if they had cultural imperialism and imposed themselves on my say a group of people and used that book per se to just destroy my culture. I don't care what's in the book. I'm not gonna espouse it. I don't care what's in it. Yes, you can use, there's good things in the Bible. There's good things in any book you can read. That doesn't mean I'm about to bring my culture to embrace that. When a major part of our problems is because we love embracing foreign cultures and we don't love our own. A lot of this Hebrew want to be Islam, want to be all this stuff in the Levant, bro. It really stems from self-hate. A lot of people do not want to be tied to anything with Africa, even on the continent right now, because they're ashamed of the quote unquote history and they're ashamed of our standing right now, bro. It is what it is.
Thank you for the
And
rant
Christianity is the
and the rant,
majority.
but he didn't even answer my question, sir. I just asked him if
I
Saul's
did.
problems would make him.
I answered the question.
No,
All right. We got to move on, y'all. Let me move on over to King J. Go ahead, King J.
Scott, would you mind doing a
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something too. If y'all cut your cameras on and hold your hand up, then I know who to call on. You know? But go ahead, King J.
Would you mind if I go a quick dialogue with Rock Kufu? Because we had something we wanted to talk about earlier. If he's still on the panel.
Yeah, he's still here.
Kufu, did we come up with? Did we come to the conclusion about
turn on your camera, Rock Kufu?
In regards to the Kenite?
Sir, here I am. I'm doing something. I'm cooking at the same time.
Oh, all right, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I can do this. Go ahead. Go ahead, King.
Did we resolve what we talked about earlier in regards to the Kenites?
No, and I never was able to show. So, Sa, if you can you put me on? Because you know I can't share.
Hold on. Kufu, this is my 2 minutes. I wanted to ask you.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna show my screen real quick.
Okay.
If he, let me just see. There we go. Put it on the big screen for me real quick. All right, here we go. So we're talking about Kenites, and are they Semitic or not? All right, so this says, yes, the Kenites are considered a Semitic people. Linguistic and cultural evidence links them to the broader Semitic family, particularly through their name, professions, and interactions with other Semitic groups in the ancient Near East. And then it just goes down to give the basic etymology of the word, shows the geography of it, where they're located at in the Negev. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure where the brother Hooper was getting that the Kenites are a Hamitic group. But I think it may be incorrect. Also, I did the research on the particular lineage, right? So you'll find the Rechabites were a group of Kenites. Let's not forget that Abraham is the father of Midian, right? So Kenites are Midianites. So we have to keep that in mind as well. Also, we have I found Midianites, the Midian son, Ephah, Hanak, Eldad. These are all Semitic groups of people. So I would like for you to show where if something contrary to that.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Sa, I'm not sharing, so I need to show my phone, and hopefully you can read from my phone. Can you guys see my phone?
But also, Kufu, before you do that, we are under understanding that Abraham is a Semite, correct?
Yes. Oh, most definitely.
Okay, and we do know that Midian is the son of Abraham, correct?
Yes. I'm not even going through the Midianites now. Okay.
Well, but we do know Kenites are Midianites. So
no. What does that mean? What are you saying?
Let me show. It's my turn. Can I please show? But I can't get to open up the screen yet. He must have walked away. Oh, there he is. Okay. So now it's gonna be hard. Wait, give it a second. Can everybody see it now? Yes or no? Anybody see that?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, we can see it.
The Kenites. The question was, here's the it says, let me make sure I got it right. Here's the breakdown bracket directly by the Bible scholars. Okay. The Kenites' origins is always Hamitic. Always Hamitic. The Kenites, let me read that again. Origin is always Hamitic. Anybody besides King J, can y'all see it saying Hamitic besides Shamitic?
Yeah.
And it says always. Okay. Genesis 15:19. Now, I'm going to read it because I don't want to hold it at the thing, but you can trust what it's saying. I'm reading it. It already showed you that it says Kenites are always Hamites. There is no verse that traces the Kenites back to Shem or Abraham by descent. So either King J is lying, I'm lying, or Chat GPT is lying, because I'm not here promoting anything. I'm here raising the awareness of what's going on out here. So King James needs to prove them wrong, not me. King J, go ahead.
He can't do it. He can't do it.
I don't think he can either.
A Semite is not African. I don't know if you're trying to associate Semitic people with African, but that is not African, brother. A Semite means half. That you have.
That shows you unlearned, my brother. Semite, the word African comes from a very a Shemitic person in itself. The oldest records that we have to where the word Africa comes from is from an author called Josephus. He says that name comes from the tribe of Afar, which is a son of Abraham.
Yeah, but that's not substantiated.
Listen what I'm saying.
The word Africa.
Semite, brother, that'll tell you exactly what a Semitic person is.
That's the oldest source I've seen on the origin.
Scholars still debate that. Scholars will still debate that. There's no definitive place.
That's first century AD.
Brother, 1 mic 7.
Yeah, I just wanted to finish with that, that Shemite, that word African, the oldest source for where that comes from, again, is from a Shemitic tribe. So when you're saying African can be Shemite, it shows that you're unlearned in the source material.
But
so that's brother, why do you be trying to say somebody doesn't know when you can clearly look up whatever it is we're talking about? You're not talking to a rookie. Look up. You keep saying Shem. I'm saying Sim. The brother read the word completely. You can see the word says Semitic, not Shem. Semitic means half, semi. When if you play if you're in a semi-football league, you don't play on 100 yards. You play on 50 yards. You're not complete, sir. So look up the word. It is not has nothing to do with Africa. It is somebody that is half African, half European, half Asian, half white. So anytime when all these foreigners, these nomads come wandering into Africa, they mingled with Africans and got mixed, but they did not enjoy the privileges or the stereotypes that they got when they seen how dark they was. So they called themselves a white person, even though they was dark. That's a Semitic person.
And the whole meaning of the word Shem.
You want to be an Israelite? Go ahead and be that. You
can't do that. You can't do that, bro, and call yourself teaching somebody something. You can't take the word Shemite or Shemitic. You can't take that word and change it. When the Jews use it, anti-Semitic,
is there such a word called Semitic, sir? S-E-M.
King J, is that you?
Huh?
Come on. All right, go ahead.
Is there such a word called Semitic? He keeps trying to act like there's not even such a word that is associated with the conversation.
There is a word called Semitic. You're right, brother. You are exactly right. I don't know what the flim-flam this other brother talking.
One mic. Why are we keep doing it? Somebody is talking. Allow them to finish. That way, when they finish, y'all can get on. But when you cut people off, it takes you longer for me to pass the mic. Because now they can start their conversation over.
I just want to, as soon as you're done, I just want to say one thing, and I'll be maybe 1 minute, and so everybody keep going. Semitic, again, is the definition is describing a person that is half and half of a different race. Now, when you Shemitic, I can't remember what Shemitic is, but you're trying to disassociate it and act like it is the same thing or whatever. It is not. Shemitic is the tribe you're describing. Semitic is describing a person's ethnic background, half and half. Semi. Now, and then somebody, so when Brother Revelation and the guy Angola was talking about the Bible and Psalms, or what scriptures is he familiar with? It's not about memorizing books and verses and stuff. That's what a lot of people get caught up on, is memorize and thinking that they are saying something intelligent because they're repeating these verses. Now, when you go he brought up Psalms 84:11. I'm giving you this. it says, from memory, Psalms 84:11, it says, for the Lord God is a sun and shield. Now, when it spells sun, it spelled it S-U-N. We know in the English language, right? You got some words that are spelled different, and but they're the same word. Sun and sun. You got S-O-N, S-U-N. Two different words, two different meanings. I mean, same word, two different meanings. So when it described the sun, it spelled it S-U-N, is God. It said the S. I'm about to finish. I'm about to land. It said the S-U-N is God. And then, so now, so that is, as that comes out of the African tradition. You know what I'm saying? And so now, but then they changed it to, when the Europeans and all these other religions got it, they changed it to their version. So they changed it to the S-O-N. So when they say Jesus, the Son of God, walked on water, it's not the Son, the human flesh man walked on water. It is the sun. If you go outside on a nice day on a river or ocean, you see the sun walking on the water, the S-U-N. You're not supposed to take the Bible literally. In the beginning of the Bible, the King James Version Bible tells you that the Bible is written in allegorical form. That basically means it's a fairy tale. You're not supposed to take it literal. There were never no such people, Peter, John, Paul, Joseph, Mary, none of them. Those are all fake people. But see, that's the problem, my brother. Do you know the word that they use for son in the Bible, in the Old Testament, in the Hebrew? What's the Hebrew word right there? Yeah, but see, that's the stuff that they taught us in 1994 when we still had VCR and DVDs and we couldn't go home, look on the internet and find it for ourselves, my brother. That word, bro, is shemesh. So when you see that, it says, yeah, it's shemesh, which is light. So that is an example of the white man changing the scriptures in our book. That's one example of it. People say it, but they can't really show it sometimes. That's an example. It doesn't say what language was you writing it in? Because we know that Arabs and Europeans couldn't even write. They were illiterate. So when you get to talk about you was writing and you had what language and what form of writing was you doing it in?
My brother, you're not even listening to what I'm saying.
People were illiterate. What are you talking about?
That's not true, brother. That's not true though.
You're fighting against.
You ain't ready for the conversation.
Yeah,
you just untrue.
You're just fighting against a fact. The fact that I'm saying is when they put the Most High as a sun in the shield, when they say sun in the shield, that word is not S-O-N. The true word is S-U-N. So they're not trying to metaphysically trick us and show us that it's something. That's not what's going on, my brother. It literally is saying the S-U-N, the sun in the shield. That's all I'm saying, my brother.
I think you just agree with me. I said that the Psalms 84:11 says S-U-N. That's the sun that is up in the sky is God, not the S-O-N. Are you agreeing with me?
Yeah, he said the word is shemesh, not Ben. Ben would be son. I mean son, S-O-N. Shemesh would be S-U-N. So he agreed.
Right.
Okay.
The English translations have
that's
S-O-N.
African. So that's African.
No,
That's not Israel. That's not Hebrew. That's not Israel. That's African.
I mean, brother, we can't just because they have a son as a deity, it doesn't mean it's necessarily straight African. Like there's a lot of other places that had the sun as deities, but it goes above like I said, the context with the context that's specifically in the Bible. There's cultural motifs that are just as damaging to our people that Christianity has espoused and Islam has espoused that have us at a inferior state from a mental standpoint.
Give me an example.
What do you suggest? What do you suggest?
No, for me personally.
Can other people join this conversation? I see it's 3 people talking, and I know sa.neter had 2 people talking.
I know he's not. You know, what's your alternative then? Something.
My alternative is to say do objective empirical research. Once you do that, you'll find out what you need to find out. My thing is
as a standard of living, as a standard of life, like a code. Do you have a code of living? Like, what do you base your code of life on?
So my code of living is innate. That's when she said, as far as like we lost who we are, when the her Napaz, I think her name is, when she said we lost who we are, we don't know what to practice. Like me personally, everything my innate, I'm innately, my innate morality, my innate way of connecting with nature just had coincided with quote unquote African spirituality. Like it's the tenets of quote unquote let's say OD90 for an example. Like the tenets of OD90, I naturally came to those conclusions. I didn't need to be in quote unquote in the culture to gain those. It's just naturally within my genetics. And that's what I'm saying.
But
Get
what
back to
do
who
we
you
know
are.
though? But nobody talk about what we do know though.
Hold on. So you gonna take him off the point. So in that right there, that's ancestor worship, right? Don't you?
It's not worse. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to. A lot of y'all come up with these concepts. Y'all really don't, and that's where the confusion. Y'all aren't familiar with. You're
Veneration.
not familiar with the concepts.
So do you not need to belong to like that lineage to worship that, venerate that ancestor?
No, you don't, because
No, you don't.
And wait up, Ngolo. You know, back in Africa, clans will go to war with each other. They'll capture this clan. That clan will become converted to this type of way. You don't have to be by the bloodline. You're just a part of the culture now, so you can be a part.
And it wasn't even. There wasn't even no type of like you would find rare instances to where people were good, like certain divination systems, but for the most part, bro, they would just let you do what you do as long as you was following the rules of the set guidances of the land. Like
And you can marry into different ideologies and concepts as well. It's not just straight bloodline.
But it's
of it.
really it's
all
a
that's false,
lifestyle
man.
though.
All
That's
that's
like
a romanticism of West African culture that y'all showing that y'all have no idea about, bro.
no, but it's
None
not
at
a
all.
romanticism. Okay, give me a divination system. Give me a divination system that goes against what we just said specifically.
Well, what they would call scholarly, the cult of Yahweh. The cult of Yahweh attests that there is only one priesthood. So when you
Man, what
have
are you
one,
talking about? That has nothing to do with Africa. I said
I'm
give an
answering your
African.
question.
You said we romanticizing West Africa. I said give a divination system that goes against the tenets that we just laid, the philosophy that we just laid. You said we're romanticizing it, but give us an example of one that doesn't do what we just said.
That's why I say that's just why I say, but people don't know nothing because they don't listen. You're listening. Just listen to what I'm saying. I'm answering your question, my brother. So the divination system that goes against that is the cult of Yahweh. The cult of Yahweh says there is only one priesthood, whereas all other cultures they accept different gods, which brings different priesthoods. And you know what happens when you bring different priesthoods? You bring different ways to get to that God for certain things. They will even invent gods for certain desires that they have to create priesthoods to facilitate that God. So what Yahweh says is there is only one creator, which there is, unless you believe that people were sitting at a table and created all things.
Brother.
So
Do you
there is
understand the
only one
question?
cult.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're not
Let
answering
me
the
finish.
question. That's what you're not.
I feel I am.
Man, one
I
mic.
feel I am.
One mic.
I feel I am.
You're talking
So
nonsense, man. You're
so
really a bunch of
Yo.
One mic.
Whether it's nonsense or what, let him finish, y'all. Let him finish. Come on, go ahead. Brother Gideon.
So in landing, that what speaks against that culture, the cult of Yahweh, the cult of one priesthood. That's what I'm
Where
saying.
in West Africa was the code of Yahweh?
Yeah, where?
I mean, according to Drusillus Dunges Houston, that was the first religion that they practiced, the culture
Man,
of
see, this what I
one
be.
God.
All right, bro.
Oh my
That's what
God.
you talking about reading, huh? That's what you talking
No,
about
I'm
going
talking
find
about you
something
don't
to
know what
read,
you're
huh?
talking about, bro. That's pseudo nonsense.
Who was
So
she?
are you saying Drusillus Dunges Houston is pseudo? That's all I'm
I'm
asking.
saying that
Do you
sentiment
even
is
know
pseudo.
do you even know who that is? Who is that?
Yeah.
Who is Drusilla Dungy? Who is she?
She wrote a book.
Or was she African?
She was a black woman from America in the 1800s, about W.E.B. Du Bois time. Wonderful Ethiopian Christian book she wrote. I read the whole book like 50 times. She ain't never said nothing about no Hebrew.
No, I said the practice of one creator.
Okay, we are.
That's what I said.
That's cool.
That's
No,
monotheism.
you said the code of
He
Yahweh
asked.
specifically.
Thank
Pinpoint
you.
that
That's
in
what he
any.
asked you.
The practice
Go
of
ahead.
one creator came out of Kemet first, man, with Akhenaten, man.
Right.
What are you-
Kemet is old in the scope of creation.
Hold on. It came out of Kemet first with Akhenaten. And that's a lot of the ancient Egyptian gods got mad at him because they was like, what do you mean the concept of one God? We ain't dealing with one God. We are all gods. That's what they was dealing with. But Akhenaten stepped up,
Let's not talk.
you know, and came up in there talking about we're going to practice monotheism. And that's where they get it from in Christianity and the Israelites. It all came out of Kemet, brother. A lot of stuff was stolen from the Kemetic priests.
No, it came from the Horn of Africa, sir, not Kemet.
Yeah, it did because Kemet was.
Yeah, it culminated in Kemet, though.
You got to know, sir, is that before it became Akhenaten, you had Amen, you had the original one god of Kemet before Akhenaten. They had that, but they believed that it was from 0 to 9. That God was the omnipresent, 0, 360, the whole, and everything came out of the 0, like the Stargate. So that's therefore when they exclusively gave it to Aten, that was the problem. That why he may have got assassinated because they wasn't with that. They believe the Creator, just like y'all. I mean, Elohim has Angel, Raphael, Gabriel, Hanel, and they all come back to Elohim. That's how they came back to Ra. Ptah, all of them names. So it's never been a polytheistic. It's always been the original, and everybody else was in the pecking orders.
Right. I mean, you're pontificating with that, but you just agreed there was at one time the worship of one. Now you're trying to say that all of these other deviations or derivations of that one, that will be false because they have interactions with one another.
That's not true.
I mean,
it wasn't Hebrew either, though. It wasn't Hebrew.
He never answered the initial question.
Come from the head of a god, so they interact with one another. They have stories where they deal with each other. They sleep with each other. So it's not one god. It was a corruption. So I wouldn't say culminated in Kemet. It was corrupted in Kemet. But it all comes from East Africa. Man was originated in East Africa.
Hey, you know how you mess that up, Gideon? Because then you got to go with Yahweh was never originally a one card. He had what was her name? Ashra, his wife. So he never was one at first.
And that's when the Canaanites corrupted it. And Yahweh said, well, let me take Abraham and separate him.
On mute because, y'all making noise. Apostle, if that's you in the back, hold your hand up. Okay, I see you, Apostle. DJ Genesis, if that's you, turn on your camera, please. Let me see. And then you can turn it back off. Okay, that's another palm bomber. You're getting ready to get the hell out of here. Genesis, turn on your camera. Go on once. Go on twice. All right, get out of here, pawn bomber. Get the hell out of here. All right, there we go. Go ahead, y'all. Finish it up.
Go ahead. I would even recommend people that you're not familiar with, they keep their camera on until you do get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, man. It's hard to discern that because they get on the camera, then they just go to acting crazy. So it's crazy. Okay,
we got another participant that just entered into the scene. And all I'm gonna say to you, Apostle, is respect the floor. When you talk, nobody talk. And when they get the mic back, don't interrupt them, even if you disagree with them. Wait until you get the mic back. You got the floor, Apostle.
Shock, can I say something, Apostle? Somebody wanted me to give them a message real fast.
No messages. Go ahead, brother.
Akhenaten was around 1400 BC, correct? No Egyptian scholar on the panel want to answer yes or no.
I will answer. Look it up.
No, Akhenaten was not 1400 BC.
No, he's right. 1400 years ago. Apostle is right.
1400 BC.
Is it good?
Apostle is right, y'all.
Abraham is 2100 BC. When Abraham went in Egypt, there was no Akhenaten. Akhenaten, the great reformer, was the one.
We can't hear you.
Akhenaten, the great reformer, was the one that is.
Hey, Genesis, if that's you, raise your hand. Okay, that was Genesis. You got to raise your hand in here, Genesis. They doing all kind of weird stuff. Go ahead, Apostle.
Akhenaten was the great reformer. He was the one that switched to a singular God. And that God is called Aten, the sun God. All the papyrus during his reign shows Akhenaten raising his hand to the sun and the rays coming down from the sun. He worshiped the sun only, and he called it Aten. So y'all are wrong. Israel was worshiping the Most High Yahweh way before Akhenaten. Way before. When Abraham was Egypt had multiple gods. God of the water, God of the land, God of the air, God of this, God of that. They worship multiple gods. Y'all got to stop that, man. Stop making stuff up.
You know what you got to stop, Apostle? You wouldn't have no goddamn Israelites if it wasn't for the Kemetic people. That's what you got to stop. You wouldn't be praising no God and Yahweh and Moses if it wasn't for ancient Kemetic science, brother. None of you. There wouldn't be no Christianity. It wouldn't be no Islam. All of these religious practices today come right up out of Kemet. So stop playing like y'all don't know this, man.
Okay.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
You see how I did not interrupt you, but you
learned. You learned.
Once again, you interrupted me.
No, you stopped talking.
No, I took a pause.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. You pause. Go ahead.
Years old.
Go ahead. My bad.
And sorry, that's not true. We was worshiping one God while y'all was worshiping a multitude of gods. We was worshiping one God.
That's true.
Was worshiping one God. Noah was worshiping one God. All the generations from Adam to Noah are 10. They was worshiping one God.
Facts.
Before the first Pharaoh.
Please, can I speak?
Before the first Pharaoh in Egypt. Now, come on, man. Y'all got to get real with this, man.
Let's get real. Let me speak.
And Apostle, I had a friend that wanted me to tell you, bro.
Hold up. Apostle just told a bold-faced lie.
Hold on, brother Gideon. Apostle, remember what I told you? Apostle, stop. It's Rakufu. Go ahead, Rakufu.
Okay. For example, God, it says, I asked chat, and I knew this, and this is what I was saying earlier. Did Egypt have one God? The core Egyptian idea of one hidden source of all, from the very first earliest pyramid text, 26,000 BC, the Egyptians spoke of a single, eternal, self-creating being who expressed himself through many forms. For example, God is one and alone, and none other exists with him. He is the one who made all that is. Coffin text spelled 1130 BC, 1,000 years before any Hebrew.
Go to the coffin and not AI, but you got the coffin text. So go to the coffin text and see if that's true.
I've read it before. I can find it.
Damn AI, Google alone.
No, I'm telling you the truth. I know.
Go to the coffin text.
Okay. Hold up.
Yeah, go to the coffin text.
Genesis, cut your camera on for 1 minute and let me see you say something. If you want to talk. All right, go ahead, Jen. You can cut it back off.
All right.
You can cut it back off.
That Akhenaten was the great reform.
Okay.
I'm on it now. I'm in the coffin text. I'm going to show you which one.
Okay, so I just want to.
That's the one that said.
Okay.
The only thing I want to say is that, so people are saying that everything started in Kemet, but the thing is that there's actually archaeological.
Not everything we're saying. We talking about religion. That's
well,
all.
actually, if according to
talking about Christianity, Judaism, Islam. That's what I'm talking about. Not everything.
Okay, because I was going to say the concept of one God started in Sudan, or it was in Sudan, according to like the actual archaeological dig, and a lot of African traditions they do not. Because a guy was saying something, saying like that they worship, that they have one God, but then they have several other gods, and that's not true. There is God, and then there are the elements of nature. You know what I'm saying? So and those things are not God. You know, there's only one God. Oludumare is the creator, then there are the elements of nature that all those Orisha, or if in different African traditional religions look at as forms of nature. They're not God. So that's a incorrect statement that guy made. They all believe in one God.
Who made the statement that who made?
It was the light skinned guy that was up to the left on the thing. On the
Apostle.
Not Apostle. It was a younger guy.
This brother here.
You talking about me? I
Yeah.
didn't say that.
No, he didn't say that.
I didn't say
I think that was Gideon. I think that was Gideon who said that.
Said it. He was freestyling.
No, I didn't say that, bro. I would never. First of all, Olodumare is not like as a creator deity. He doesn't even involve himself with for the story's sake. He doesn't even involve himself in human affairs. I would never say that they're gods. I didn't even say that. Like, no.
Oh yeah, Orisha gods. So whoever said they were sitting.
Ogun is Ogun, Shango. They're all venerated ancestors. Like, then I would never say they're no gods. That wasn't me.
Africa is are the first creators of the concept of God. First of all, we got to understand that God is a concept. Nobody knows exactly for sure if it is real or not. It is a concept. The first people to come up with the concept of God is African people. From the top to the bottom of Africa, from the north to the south, you will see that they all have basically the same concept, the same belief of what God is. It's all in their imagination. When they were walking around before we have all this technology that we have now, it is nature is how they studied to understand what this matrix is that we're in. It was nature that gave them the answer. So when they studied nature, for thousands of years, before there was a European, before there was a so-called Israelite, China, anything, Africa's been here for thousands to millions of years and have studied nature and have came up with the concept using the imagination. And they said, well, this is the creator of the sky. This is the creator of people. This is the creator of the earth. They had different concepts for everything, just like the lady just explained, that the different things in nature is what they attributed to a different deity. It was not the worship of many gods.
Right, and it also came out of Nubia. See, we want to talk about Kemet, but it actually came out of Nubia first, and then it went to Kemet. So
Nubia is the mother. But anyway, King, is that you?
Let me
hold on, King J, is that you? Okay. Sister Sakina Ra, is that you?
Hey, Todd, one thing, can I say one thing?
Hold your hand up, Sakina.
Damn, I just had it. Hey,
Sakina Ra, hold your hand up if that's you.
Damn, I just had it.
All right, that's Sakina Ra. All right. You can turn your camera off. You ain't got to leave it on. All right.
I want to respond to
the panel.
And I would like to speak too, man. I haven't been able to speak. I keep getting cut off and people speaking multiple times.
That's because you keep cutting people off, brother. That's why. See, when you cut people off, I skip you. That's how y'all lose your turn. But go ahead, 7 o'clock. Go ahead.
I didn't get it.
Well, I appreciate that information, Sa. I won't be cutting off so I don't get skipped. So thank you for informing me of that.
Go ahead,
but what I want to say is that first, our brother Revelations cut his own head with a statement talking about us on the panel don't know the Bible, and we talking about Christians when majority of Christians don't know the whole Bible either, but they believe. But you want us to believe, to know the whole Bible, to actually to be able to critique it. No, the biggest religion on this planet is Christianity. More people are Christians than not, and most of them don't know the Bible. So when we over here talking about we got to know it to critique it, that's wrong. And then let's go to Apostle, who's talking about Abraham was before Akhenaten. We have record of Akhenaten. We don't have no record of Abraham being a real human being. He's a fictional character, and until proven otherwise. So when you come over here telling us Bible like it's historical fact, you're at a fallacy to miseducating people that's watching. And your miseducation reigns every time when you speak that fallacy.
God damn.
And I'll close it.
Okay, Apostle, go ahead. Go ahead, Apostle. Unmute yourself.
About African people, he don't understand that Israel is an African people. Israel is on the continental plateau of Africa, only divided from Africa by the Panama Canal.
So you say Israel's an African too?
I like that. I like that.
Oh wow, man! So what the hell?
Just
plates. They got little tectonic plates of Africa.
Like Canaan.
Yeah.
It's on the African plateau plate.
Apostle, I don't mean to cut you off. I want to get clarity because I'm asking you the question. You are saying now, Apostle, because I hear flip-flopping now. Are you saying that the Israelites are African people now?
They're not Hamites, they're
Are they African people?
Yes, they're African people.
Are the African people Hamites?
No, not them, no.
Oh, okay. Because they let Apostle finish.
Is that how you want to treat me?
I just said, go ahead, finish now. I just asked my question. You answered it. Go ahead.
No, the bottom line, stop cutting me off. Let me finish, like you tell everybody else.
Yes, go ahead.
All right. Just like Canaan is right at Israel, and Canaan is an African people, the Canaanites. Just like that, Israel is also on the African plate.
Wow.
The only thing they had to build the Suez Canal, not the Panama, the Suez Canal to separate the continent.
Wow.
Only the Middle East. You know that. You don't know that? That the Middle East is created? The middle of what? There's no Middle East. That's Africa. That's why the Canaanites are African.
That was considered by the Africans as deserted.
Hold on, brother. Brother Gideon, do you agree with the Apostle, Brother Gideon, that the Israelites are African?
Sir, you know me, man. You know I've always said that it's on the African plate.
Okay. Damn.
Hey, Sa, it's kind of like a rhino's horn. If you look at Africa,
over there right now.
If you look at a rhino's
over there right now, they'll tell you that.
Hey, Apostle, if you look at a rhino, you see how the rhino got that.
Stop. Let me kill on.
Wait, let me just make the statement. So you know that little strip on the rhino's head, the horn, that's Israel coming out of Egypt right there. It's a horn.
Right. That's the horn of Africa. It's called the horn of Africa.
Hold on, Apostle, hold on. I want to bring on my sister who haven't spoken yet. Sister Sakina Wright, you got the floor.
Thank you so much. Peace to the panel. And I want to add to what Rakufu is saying and clear up some of the mismatch and mess. Because Akhenaten, as we know, his original name was Amenhotep, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He changed his name to Akhenaten, right? And Akhenaten was partial named as Aten for El Mari, however you say that. Y'all know how I am, excuse me. That's disrespectful to mispronounce somebody's name. But that was a part of that El Mari for the horizon of Aten. And then for the Tatanit, right? That was an earth god of Egypt whose name meant the risen land, right? That's close to Canaan, where that was, right? And it also was, and he was called the revered one. So Akhenaten, for the primary or primeval mound, that's where he took that name, Akhenaten. So that did serve as more than one god, Apostle, right? And so when he rose to the sun, right, the horizon for Haru, that's what that meant, right? And I'm surprised, King J, that you should not know this, right? As much as you read, and I rock with you, right? But again, when we look at this cup half empty, we need to look at it half full. And we can't always argue about some of this stuff. We have to agree with some of this stuff. So when we drop our religions at the door, at the house of conscience, at this toughest environment, bring them pens and pads and write it down and come on in the room.
Wake them up, Sakina.
Great, Bob. Sis.
I'm gonna drop and come on down again, because sometimes everybody don't like listening to women, right? And then y'all like to come in when you want to, and then y'all will listen, and then y'all don't. And so I appreciate y'all having me again. I love coming in, and I don't like to argue. Thank y'all for having me.
All right.
We appreciate you.
Don't leave him by myself, Sakina. No.
Nah, hold on. Hey, Moses, is that you, brother? Raise your hand if that's you. All right. We got Moses in the building. How much did you hear, Moses?
I just came in, man.
Okay, you can sit back for a while.
What's up?
Can I speak?
But I have a question.
Hold on. Let me get to Genesis. She was speaking. Go ahead, Genesis.
So why do we only talk about the African aspect of the Hebrew belief and not the Mesopotamian and Canaanite aspect of it? Why do we only like connect that culture to that and not go into that the Asiatic part of it? And
y'all see the book that Apostle
Great question.
the patriarchy with the Bronze Age. Why don't we discuss that? And how come? Because that's the only defining difference between that Israel Hebrew religion versus African religion is patriarchy.
And dogma.
Because they're Afrocentric.
Great question.
They're Afrocentric and try to Africanize everything.
All right, who you asking the question to?
So check this out. Abraham is.
Go ahead, King J.
This is what I was reading. So it says Abraham is traditionally considered a Semitic figure from Mesopotamia, not Africa. So kind of what just hitting on what the sister was just talking about. And I wanted to go back to what Apostle and the other brother mentioned where he said Israel was Africa. So Abraham, it shows here clearly that Abraham comes from Mesopotamia, not Africa, right? So it says birthplace, Abraham. Originally, Abram was born in Ur of the Chaldeans, located in ancient Mesopotamia. Ethnic lineage, he is a descendant of Shem, making him Semitic, not Hamitic, right? Which is traditionally associated with African lineages like Cush, Mizraim, and Canaan. So there's a distinguishment between the Semitic line and the Hamitic line. So I don't want them to forget that, right? So the sister asked the question about why we don't talk about this more about the Mesopotamian, actually even the Aramaean influence of the Hebrew Israelites.
You know what? And you're totally right with that. The reason why I say it's not looked at a lot because the same way they would gloss over Nubia and the Horn of Africa and go straight to Kemet and ignore Cush in that area, they would ignore Cush in Mesopotamia because that would be the culture we're talking about. So when I say Abraham was an African, that's what I mean, because the people that area in Chaldee, those were Cushitic people and Semitic people that lived amongst them. So that's why I say he was African, because if you was to look at him, you would say he's a Negro. Get that Negro out of here.
So you go to.
Here's the thing: is Abraham?
So you're saying that Abraham is an African, King J?
Say Abraham was.
That was King J. That was Brother Gideon.
No, I'm saying he's from
Brother
Mesopotamia.
Gideon, not you, King J, not you. Brother Gideon, you saying that Abraham was an African?
I'm saying Abraham come from Shem, who
No,
people
no,
then live. No, I'm saying
he was an African, brother.
Yes, he was what we would call the sub-Saharan type. Yes.
Would he also be?
But you just said he was Cushitic.
Yo. Would you also consider that Abraham was also a Gentile?
Well, there was no Israelites at that time.
Exactly. So was he a Gentile?
There were no Gentiles. That just means nation.
Right.
So that means all of y'all were Gentiles at one time.
That's not included in the nations in the 10th chapter of Genesis. The Gentiles in the 10th chapter of Genesis are the children of Japheth.
All right, let me go to Angola. Angola, go ahead, brother.
Bro, this is just these shows just show me like the intelligence in our community is horrendous, bro. Like all this stuff, none of this stuff, bro, is founded in no type of real scholarship, bro. Like no person, no historian, no anthropologist gonna take none of this stuff serious, bro. Like if you go to a quote unquote Cushitic person right now in Somalia,
well,
and
brother, you have not showed one source yet since you've been up here.
I did. I put it in the back chat when he asked me about the Congo.
Man,
no, you got to share your screen, brother. Let the people see it.
I can't share my screen right now. I'm on my phone.
Okay, I got you.
But,
Go ahead.
but on the last one, probably I put the source in the back chat. But like I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about the people that's espoused still that's grown men espousing that they Hebrew Israelites, bro. Like I said earlier, if you want to be a part of the religion, there's nothing wrong with that. Join the religion, but stop trying to tie yourself genetically, culturally to these people. Y'all are not these people, bro. Nobody takes this serious, bro. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
No one proved that Abraham existed either. I asked Apostle that, does Abraham exist? No one answered, is Abraham a real historical person? We didn't skip around and talked all around it, but everybody's avoiding, is he a historical person to even talk about in history?
Once again,
he's an eponymous ancestor.
Once again, I've never said Abraham. King J keeps moving the goalposts and changing the conversation. And then they're going to call my name. I didn't say Abraham was an African. I said Israel is on the continental plate of Africa. Israel. What I said, Jay.
Can I correct him? Can I correct him?
Again,
no, not yet. Wait till he finish.
Okay.
You can't correct me.
No calling names, Apostle. No calling no names.
I didn't call a name. I told him to shut the hell up.
No, none of that either. None of that.
It don't matter. If Canaan, the son of Ham, is an African, and his land is in Africa, Israel is right over top of Canaan in the same land. Israel sits on top of Canaan. Israel came in Canaan and took that land.
Okay, what kind of Africans would Israelites be? Israel.
I showed the book what they look like.
All right, show me again. Y'all look at this.
This is what they look like. Africa.
Who drew that picture? Who drew that? So, like,
the person that wrote this book, they didn't draw it; they just copied. I don't know how they did it.
So and show that in Israel.
There's another book. I got all these people just cutting in, and I don't say nothing, and they just disrespect and cutting in. But when I do it, all kind of hell breaks out, and I get called all kind of names and get. I mean, it's crazy.
But Apostle, that's what I want to tell you. I had a friend,
and Jay and all of them constantly disrupt, but they're not treated the way I am when I do it. Even sa.neter. The bottom line is you cannot make Canaan African and not make Israel African.
This is the first time I'm hearing you say that the Israelites are African. I swear to God. This is the first time hearing you say this. So how come you never checked Captain Tazoriak?
Semites are African too.
So how come you don't check Captain Tazoriak when he says these things?
Captain Tazoriak said the same thing. He did about Hamites. Yes, he did.
I have a question.
He made it clear the difference between Hamites and Shemites. He said,
and please let me respond.
He said, listen to him, son. Just listen to these people.
Yeah, y'all let him talk, man. Stay on mute, man.
He said Ethiopia. He said Libya, Nubian, put those that are descendants from Ham, the Hittites, they are Hamites. They don't care where their land is.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, sir? You don't know what you're talking about.
Where's Hitti? Where's Hitti at? On top of the Mediterranean. It's on top of the Mediterranean. But they're Hamites. They're not even in Africa.
Break it down, Apostle.
On the Mediterranean. They Hittites, but they are Hamites. Where did Nimrod? Where's Nimrod? He's in Babylonia, same place Abraham came from.
Break it down.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The same place, Sumer.
All these people that you're naming, man, are nomads.
Yo. Quiet. Let him finish.
Not a nomad. He built the first cities. He's not a nomad.
All right, you got to close out now, Apostle.
I'm gonna close out. These people just don't know
that's going to respond.
They're making it up as they go, and King James will create a whole new argument to answer to my argument, which is ridiculous.
All right, 7 and Saw, you got the floor, brother.
Okay, Apostle, and everybody in the chat and everybody on the panel, we all remember when sa.neter had said that Akhenaten was the first one to worship a one God, right? The one God concept. And then Apostle responded, was like, no, it wasn't Akhenaten. He gave the date, right? 1400. That was the date. It was Abraham. Akhenaten, who's a historical person, and we can prove that. I then responded and said, no, Abraham is not a historical person. So you did say Abraham was historical, Apostle. You tried to say it to rebut sa.neter's point when he spoke about Akhenaten. So don't be on here trying to confuse people and deflect from the facts. You can't prove Abraham was a real person. You even admitted it afterwards. I didn't say it, right? But then you tried to use him in an argument against sa.neter. You can't have it both ways. And you ain't finna come up here and call me a liar when I can remember better than you, my elder. So let's get the record straight, right? Abraham is not a historical person. You can't use him in historical arguments. So would you please stop using him or other biblical characters who have not been substantiated as historical? I'll close there.
Respond, Apostle.
Now, number one, you're talking two different subjects. What me sa.neter was talking about had nothing to do with what I was talking about Israel being in Africa. Two different conversations. If your memory is well, you should have remembered that. Yes, Abraham existed before Akhenaten. Whether you can prove it, whether I can prove it or not. According to the biblical narrative, he lived before Akhenaten.
And that's the point.
Now,
no, the point is you can't prove it, though.
You cannot use the argument that Abraham don't exist to prove that the narrative is saying that he's older than him. That's juvenile, son. You know that.
You got to be able to. The Bible says show and prove, right? Your own Bible says show and prove.
Exactly.
Your own Bible says that.
That's
show myself and prove.
And that's
show and prove, man.
Show and prove is to your testimony. If you confess,
you're making a testimony right now.
That's right.
Show and
but
prove.
To do with Abraham.
Show and prove.
Is Hezekiah real?
Can you show and prove, brother? We're going to stay with Abraham. Nowhere else.
No.
Nowhere else. We're going to stay with Abraham. That's what Israelites do. When they get beat on their point, they try to move the goalposts and talk about something goddamn else. We talk about Abraham. You prove the point that Abraham existed. And if you can't use it. I agree with 7 Asar.
I can't use it. I'm coming from the Bible, so I can use it.
What? You coming from the Bible? Prove it.
Coming from the Bible.
So prove it in the Bible that he existed.
You need to shut up and wait till I'm done.
Okay, go ahead.
You worse as me, man.
I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
And then I get to go after him.
You are my best teacher, sa.neter.
All right. Yeah.
You are my best teacher.
You know I'm gonna clip that. You know I'm gonna clip that, Apostle. Thank you for that, Apostle. Thank you.
Teacher, when it comes to interruption.
Nah. Now you want to add on. Now you adding on.
I'm saying exactly what I said. You are my best teacher when it comes to interruption. That's why I don't understand why you put on me so hard. When you the
Abraham.
And listen to this guy, Abraham. Tell me to shut up.
Shut up.
Or put him in the backside like you do me. That's all.
You're right, Apostle. You're right. I'm gonna start doing that.
Put yourself in the back. Because you're the biggest interrupter. Now, according to, look, just because something isn't proven today, you can't say it's not real. The lack of evidence doesn't mean it's not real. They're finding stuff every day. Abraham was a nomad when he left Stuma. He was buried in a cave that was owned by the Hittites. Nobody knows where that cave is. The chances of finding that body or the body of Joseph or the body of Jacob, because when they left Egypt, they buried those bodies. Nobody knows where those bodies are, but they are excavating the tomb of David to this day. To this very day, they are doing it. They have found the bones of Jesus' family.
Oh, come on. They ain't find no goddamn bones of Jesus' family.
You done cut me off again.
Because you keep lying. Park your car, brother. Park your car now.
You wait till I'm done.
No, you ain't gonna be up here giving a whole lecture, man. Park your car.
I'm done. But can you please stop interrupting me? Please. Show me.
I'm gonna put the clock up like JJ. I'm putting up a 2-minute clock, man.
Put the clock. I don't care. Put the clock up. Just don't interrupt me. Let me finish. That's all I want to say. It was 2 different conversations. The one I had with sa.neter was about Abraham being older than Akhenaten, and he is, according to the biblical account. And the other story was about Israel being in Africa. King J moved the post and said, Israel can't be in Africa because Abraham came out of Earth. 2 different conversations. Look, Abraham, no, King J, shut up, because you're not a good listener. Don't say nothing. And I got the tape on Morpheus standing by. As soon as I say I can show the Morpheus tape, I'm showing it.
Yeah, you can show it, but time right now. Hey, let me know if that's you in the back, Zion. Hold your hand up if that's you.
So what I saw is after 150 years of
you got 2 minutes.
Independent, intermittent excavation and study, no physical tomb, inscription, bones of David nor Solomon have ever been found. The tomb of David on Mount Zion is a medieval memorial site, not an archaeological verified burial. So that they have not.
So where you got that from?
Yo. You got 2 minutes. Be quiet.
No, I just asked her where she get it
No,
from.
don't ask her nothing. Now I'm starting her time over. When you cut somebody off, I'm starting their time over, man. You got 2 minutes, Genesis.
You cut me off.
And here's another the question is, okay, so you're saying Jesus' family, like, did he actually like give birth to this family, or where is this family at? Because how would you know what would be the evidence that they are tied to Jesus Christ? And there's several other Jesuses in the Bible. So which Jesus is these bones from? So we, in 1980 they excavated a 1st century rock cut tomb, but like, how do we know that these are the bones of like Jesus' family? So I don't believe in that either. So we can't just be throwing things out there like that's not a true archaeological evidence. Sorry.
You still got time, Genesis. You can keep talking.
That's all I had to say.
All right, now I'm gonna let you know the new rules. If you cut somebody off in their 2 minutes, if they're not asking you a question, that goes into their 2 minutes as well. If they want to ask you a question, that's on their time. So you cut them off, we're just gonna start their time over, and they're gonna keep on talking. All right. So let me go to
She asked me a question, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, Apostle. You got 2 minutes, Apostle.
Thank you. The reason why they know it's Christ's family tomb It's because Mary, his mother, and it says it on the description, Mary, the mother of Christ. It says James, the brother of Christ. It has Solomon, the sister of Christ, his family. It's his family's plot. They are all in there except him. His bones are not there because his bones are not on this earth. Period. And remember how hard that is for y'all to figure out. His bones are not there. It simply says, and that structure, that family, the DNA has been taken and they are all related. So now, man, y'all, you just a bunch of deniers. And truth can slap you in your face and you still won't believe it. You want people to prove that God is real in order for you to believe. It don't work like that. It doesn't work that way. When 3i Atlas and they finally admit what it is, all of y'all gonna be scared to death, crying. Some of y'all gonna be committing suicide because you know your time is short.
You got 30 seconds, Apostle.
I got 30 seconds?
Yes.
I got a pictures of 3i Atlas that will blow your mind. Straight out of NASA. That will blow your mind. That damn thing apart. It was going so fast that anything ever moved in this area, and it stopped on the other side of the sun and parked itself before it started moving again. Y'all, you don't know. The chariots of God are 20,000s.
Wow.
And thousands upon thousands.
Tom, for some reason, Apostle probably lost a part of his brain because he really believes that the Bible is an actual history book when there's no chronology, there's no dates, there's no time. Tell me when these things happen, Apostle. Can you give me a date on Mary and Jesus? Can you give me a date?
First century.
No, give me a date.
Jesus
show me in the Bible. Give me a date and time.
He was born around between 5.
I don't want to hear around. I don't want to hear that.
I'm only telling you because they know by King Herod. King Herod died in 2 BC.
All right, thank you, brother. You got it. Thank you. Let me go on over to Zion so he can just put the smash down on all of this stuff that's going on, man. I hope you don't let me down, man. I hope you don't
let you down.
You got 2 minutes, brother.
The interesting thing is Apostle was correct about the grave site, but with only one thing he left out. There was actual bones that said the son of Joseph. So Jesus' bones is supposed to be there too. Yeah. There's a whole entire. You can look that up on YouTube. They have the whole entire excavation and everything where they actually do the breakdowns of the ossuary stones, where the ossuary boxes where the bones are inside the family tomb. Jesus's bones are supposed to be in there too. So either that is his family and he's in there, or that ain't him and that ain't his family. But the thing is too is that there were many families that shared those same names. So there's a question mark of whether that is the actual biblical person. Oh, but I do think that it does relate because it's within the same parameters as some of the other burial tombs that
raise your hand if y'all want to speak next. Y'all got to raise your hand. Let me know.
They had biblical figures in there. So some of the other people who were in the whole story were in that same general vicinity, and it is dated back to the 1st and 2nd century. So, but don't misrepresent the information. If they said that Jesus's bones is in there, say that too, because they had the whole video on YouTube. And it does say that Yeshua, the son of Joseph, and there's bones in that ossuary. So that's all.
You still got 20 seconds.
I got muted. I don't know how I got muted.
I did that by mistake. You got 20 seconds.
Okay. So some of the other brothers were bringing some things out with the Abraham You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of there's this thing called the fallacy of absence. And just because you don't have evidence for something doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, right? But you have to place a question mark on it. If you're being, if there's no evidence against it, then there's no evidence for it, then you still have to, at the time, you still have to keep an open mind. The absence, okay, I'm done.
I'm in Ra. It's on you, brother.
Okay, few things. Israel. The name Israel is a derivative off of the Holy Trinity of Egypt, Isis, Ra, and El. There is no, just like Sa said, there is no Israel without Africa or Egypt. All of these religions get their concepts, get their ideas somewhere out of Africa. Nobody has created their own thing. How do you, the Israelites, the Hebrews were nomads, number one, and they were goat herders. And so they've only been in existence for so long. I can't put a date on it right now. I'm gonna get sharp for you guys here again, but you can't come up with the concept of God if you've been living in caves and you're wandering around the world, walking on it with barefooted. Where do you get the concept and the understanding of a God? You have to steal it from the people who are feeding you, keeping you alive, which was the Africans and the Egyptians. They were always coming into Africa looking for a place to stay, for food, and for knowledge. The Europeans, the Arabs, the Moors not the Moors, but the Moors are black who was giving the information away, siding with the other side. But I also have here from the destruction of black civilization, quote from Williams. Where'd my book go? Oh shit, I lost it. Well, I'm sorry, y'all, but I hope you get the point that all concepts come out of Africa. We've been just saying this all night. This is a repetitive thing. It is all proven.
All right,
I'm gonna land there.
Let's go, brother. 7 aside.
Yeah, I just want to say that, people make these claims, but always when there's no proof, they always say this straw man argument where the absence of no evidence doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, but the absence of evidence doesn't mean that it does. And when you make claims, you have to prove those claims or show information that can substantiate your claim. And until you can do that, we can't say that what you're saying is truth or fact or whatever. We can just call it a story, like what we're doing. We're not disrespecting it by calling it a story. You're disrespecting it by trying to make it into a actual historical fact without any proof. You all get up here and you talk pseudoism when it comes to history, because you want to justify your religion as something that is fact or substantiated in history other than what the actual history account of it is. You want to go into a Bible, which is not a history book, but a book of stories, right? A book of people directing people to do certain things underneath these stories, and you want to count these things as fact. You can't prove it. You talk around it as usual. As I and sa.neter and a lot who talk to you Hebrews, you always misdirect the argument. When we come straight forward with you and ask you a question, you come left and right and all around the question, but never answer the question directly. The reason why you do that is because you don't have any type of facts to back up your argument, and you get put in that corner, and all you can do is just make up stuff. You got the best fairy tale ever in the history of time, and it's sold billions and trillions, and probably a number that I can't account to. And let's talk about this religion. which has more wars. There are more wars underneath Abrahamic religions in the history of the world than there is under people fighting against communism or socialism or even capitalism. We can go back thousands of years, and these wars are accounted to Abrahamic religions, not to, once again.
Time. When you go on timeout, put your mic on mute. I'm gonna get to you. I'm going around the panel. The hands that I see first.
And I did raise my hand too.
I know you just did it. Rakufu, go ahead.
I raised it earlier.
All right, I got you. I'm coming around. Rakufu, go ahead, brother. Unmute yourself, Rakufu.
Tell him to put a shirt on.
Who?
Who?
Oh, I'm in Ra over here, butt naked and shit.
Oh, wow. Okay, go ahead, Tyler.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So coffin text spelled 1130, the one who made himself hieroglyphic approximate reconstruction, and then the transliteration, Nicher im Nicherwa, Nicher im Cher, in im Nicher in Kaper her in Nichar. God is one and alone. He came into being of himself. He made the heaven and the earth. None was with him when he came into being. Then the question was, how long was this date before the Bible came with the one theology? And it says that, in short, the saying God is, let me see, how many years was this before the Bible? It says approximately one, let me see here, I'm looking for it. Pyramid. Oh, here it is. The Egyptians' written idea of one self-created God appears 1,000 to 1,350 years before the earliest biblical writing, and roughly 2,000 years before the Hebrew Bible took its final form. So this people who's listening on the panel and in the chat, 1,000 years before Abrahamic faith came with a one God, you have people living, dying, burying their people, eating, building things, having dreams and aspirations, dying. 1,000 years before this person, Abraham and all his people, had time to make their plan up to steal that thought and make it seem like they made it first, when in all that thousands of years, they knew Egypt had already, it was plain as I'm talking right now, that the ancient from Egypt being like Washington, D.C. is to America, through the deep down dirty South to Nubia, all that, all around where its origin started, they had always knew the oneness of God. Don't let these people fool you, family. Go ahead.
Sir, you got to let me respond.
No, you're going to respond when it's your turn.
Oh, sir, please let me respond to that.
When it's your turn. Angola, let's go. Go ahead, brother. You're going to learn discipline.
What I don't understand, you get what you speaking?
No, go ahead.
What I don't understand is like people, the viewer, like through European anthropology, like they espouse that with civilization, they hold value on having this monotheistic thing. But I mean, I don't. What does that mean that a group of people had the first monotheism first? Like, what significance does that hold? Like, I don't conceptually. I mean, you can say like there's no conceptual intelligence that would come with that. I mean, that would just be somebody's opinion that they can't substantiate, especially in ancient times. So I don't get the significance of it. But you do.
Okay. Let me go. I'm going around. Brother Gideon.
I think my name was up. My hand was up though.
No, Gideon was before you. I seen him. I got you. You near.
Appreciate it, Sal. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff I've been hearing since I just been since the last time I spoke. So what Apostle, what he was speaking on, and what the subsequent two speakers were speaking on, is basically the fallacy of absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. And they say that because just because we don't have the evidence of something does not prove that it's there. Matter of fact, when we look at the Bible is history. It's history about true people according to the Israelite nation. You know how they say there's three sides to the story? It's your side, the other person's side, and it's the truth. So at the very least, That's how a person who is honest with themselves will look at the Bible. It's the history of about true people, about from the Israelites, about true people. And we have seen through the historical record that several people have been found, have been spoken of before their findings was ever found, meaning that skeptics said these people did not exist. Example was Shalmaneser of the Assyrians. They said this person didn't exist, only to find him, I think, in the 60s to prove that he did existed. So that's not the only example of that. Now, Khufu said that, you know, the pyramid texts speak of one creator 1,000 years before the Bible. This is where they trick a lot of people who kind of slow to pick it up. If the Bible is true, according to the Bible, of course, the pyramid text would talk about one creator because it's a true story. The Bible, or rather the Torah, did not come along till roughly 1400 BC. The world has been here thousands of years before that, but the creator has always been known. So of course they're going to speak about him because they are the sons of Noah. But if you read in Romans 1 tells us that they corrupted it and changed the creator into a creature, which we see in Egyptian theology. So that's what these brothers need to understand. So he the one fooling y'all.
Tom, the Bible has never been a history book. It has always been a mystery book. All right. So we need to understand that for 2,000 years, the Bible had been a mystery to Black people. If the Bible was a history book, you will see it in the museums. All history and all facts will be presented in museums. You don't see none of that nonsense of King James Bible and all this crazy nonsense. Even when you go to the bookstores, you might find the Bible in the fiction section. Some stores have it in the fiction section. It's not a real history book. And we need to stop acting like it, because when we talk about Nat Turner, we could give you dates on Nat Turner. When we talk about Harriet Tubman, we could tell you when Harriet Tubman. When we give you history of all of these people, we can give you dates. All right? We can give you times. We can even go all the way back into Kemet. How come they are still finding bones in ancient Kemet that been there thousands of years before Abraham, Adam, and Eve and all this nonsense, but you can't find none of that? Can you imagine?
The Greek came in there.
Yo, it's my time. Can you imagine if they would have found anybody that's related to Jesus? Or where's the goddamn the prophets? Where's the 13? Where's the Last Supper niggas at? If they was to find any nigga from the Last Supper, don't you know that they would have had that shit surrounded in the museum? Not 2 weeks ago, where was this is at? And I know sa.neter is on it. 2 weeks ago, they robbed the goddamn museum for billions of dollars. They stole some precious jewels. Are y'all familiar with that? Come on, Nassar. I know you're familiar with that, brother.
Facts, brother. I'm very familiar.
Imagine if they would have found one nigga from the Last Supper, they would have had him wrapped and chained, and nobody would never be able to touch him. Nobody.
Facts.
Because they know it's not real. And y'all got to stop with this nonsense, man. All right, that's my time. See, I'm gonna give myself 2 minutes. That's my time. Let me go on down to Moses. I'm coming to you. Genesis, you're next. Moses, you got the floor, brother.
Hey, ladies first, man. Go to.
All right, let me go to Genesis. You got the floor.
All right, so I know I wanted to address what Lone Wolf said and also what Apostle said. So we're going about these bones again. So if there was actually, in fact, a tomb that was found, what they're saying is that it said, not only did it say Jesus, son of Joseph, so Jeshua bar Joseph, it says Mariame, also called Mara, Yosei, Judah, son of Jeshua. So that means that there's actually saying that Jesus had a son. So if that's the case, how did he resurrect? Did they move his body to another tomb? So now that gets rid of the resurrection story of the Christian faith. Now let's go into that. The bottom line is that this Christianity has been something that have been used to create wars throughout. The commander-in-chief right now is going into Nigeria. Why do you think that is? And trying to use and cloak itself in Christianity just to be able to go over there and get minerals and stuff like that, and use and cloak itself in Christianity just to be able there to suck those things out of that country. So I'm saying is that a lot of times we get so caught up in all this other stuff, but meanwhile, right now, current day, we have this government that's about to go over here and do this to Nigeria based on Islam. So I'm trying to understand is that at what point do we begin to open our eyes and understand that this is being used against us as a people? We want to separate ourselves and say, oh, we're FBA, we're not African. But then now that we've done that, now no one's going to give a crap about what's going to be happening in Nigeria because we're FBA. So I just want to just say that I think that a lot of this stuff is really used to like separate us from Africa, and I don't like it. So that was my point.
You got 40 seconds, Genesis.
Yeah, so the bottom line is that okay, you people are saying that there's so-called things. Then people want to get into 3 AI Atlas and say that that's the chariots coming. I mean, come on now. This is, I mean, it slowed down. This could be AI. People don't even know what they're looking at. First of all, they cut the satellites off when 3 AI Atlas actually went behind the sun. So there's no real true if they even really have these strong things that can look into the sky, because you know they also have a so-called thing that's like going all the way out into the universe, taking pictures and sending them back at like 3D clarity from the 70s. So I don't believe anything that any government shows me of an image of anything showing anything astronomical, because I don't believe it.
Time, Apostle, let's go. Unmute yourself, Apostle.
Thank you. Well, like I say, that's why so many people are going to be frightened out of their minds, the same way they were when they created the War of the Worlds and they thought it was real. They didn't know that what was being said over the radio was just a show. And the people took it for real, and they had to cut it off because people were killing themselves, literally, thinking that they were being invaded by space beings. So they done tested that. That's why NASA and all of them lips shut on anything that's basically happening in space. You talk about Nigeria. What about the Space Force that the president got? What do you think he got a Space Force for? Who's he fighting out of space? Think about it. You can be dumb about it if you want, or naive. Ra Khufu came on, and he first read his AI. He said Khufu text 770. But then when he opened his book, it's the text 130. And then he wants me to believe that where they copied that text from off the walls of Egypt, it mentioned Washington, D.C. The commentary that he started reading from the book. Did y'all get that? It even mentioned the Hebrews to prove that their God was before the Hebrews' God. Like back then, they would have been thinking about that. What he read was a commentary. As bad as the AI he be reading. I ain't never seen screwed up professionalism. Unprofessionalism. Just an outright lie. Tell the people, made up mumbo jumbo that he read supposedly from the Book of the Dead. Talking about Washington, D.C. What the hell? Khufu, what's wrong with you? You think I didn't catch that? Amin Ra. We never lived in caves. Yeah, we were nomads, but we had tents. We lived in tents until we built our city, the second temple. Our first temple was conquered.
That make it worse, brother.
There you go again, but that's okay, Si. I'm going to leave it up to you to take care. I get 2 more minutes, right? Hey.
You just gave 2 more minutes.
Si, do I get 2 more minutes since I was interrupted?
That's what the said.
Huh?
He said it. Go ahead.
All right, listen, y'all. I get 2 more minutes. Thank you. I'm not even done with my first minute. 2 minutes. So I appreciate that, sir. I'm in route, yeah. No, sir. We lived in tents. Period. You know? It doesn't make sense what you're saying, man. And I appreciate, again, Gideon was speaking that about the fallacy. Just because something has not been proven, it doesn't mean it ain't true. That's basically the elementary of it. Just because something is not proven, it don't mean it's not true. So my next 2 minutes that I got, Si, if it's all right, I like to give it to Gideon.
Tom, you ain't got no 2 minutes. I just told you the brother spoke when I gave you 2. You was at the time of 2:42. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I was going to give you 4 minutes because I know you like to talk.
I'm looking at the timeline.
Listen to me, man. All right. Listen, let me show you something, man. God damn, man. Oh, I can't. It ain't gonna show.
I'm looking at the time. I've been looking at it all the time as it's been clicking.
Damn, it ain't gonna show because of my screen.
Yeah, that's all right, man. You know, go ahead. I know I didn't get 4 minutes, but go ahead. It's all right.
Real quick, let me say this real quick, y'all. Apostle started off with see how? I want y'all to see this. See how Apostle said that many people are going to be frightened. He said that. Why did he say that? Because that's why he's sticking and gluing to this Bible. He's in fear to let the Bible go. He's scared to say, nah, that ain't right. This is why he takes the Bible literal. He takes the Bible literal because he's scared. He himself said it. He told on himself. He said, so many people is going to be frightened. No, the hell we not. Because we don't have the same belief that you do. We deal with the people who, know better. We deal with facts. We deal with it's better to know than to believe. It's better. I'm going to say that again. That's why I don't believe in anything. If I don't know it, it's my duty and my job to figure it out and do some research to know the goddamn thing, not to believe it. All right? And even if you believe it, now you got to find out how can I make it manifest for real so that I can know it's real. I'm not going to be dealing with belief, man. Apostle and the Hebrews and all of y'all are believers. And that's why you stuck into where you at. All right, I got to get some new people up here.
Can I get up?
Apostle, you just talked, Apostle.
I'm ready. I'm
hand up again, man.
I wanted to make some responses if I can because I had my hand up after Genesis.
Apostle, let me go to Moses, who didn't speak yet. Right. Moses, you got the floor.
I appreciate that, sa.neter. Yo, peace to the gods resurrecting on earth. Okay, so I came in late, and when I came into the conversation, I was hearing things about Abraham, how Abraham's not real, and I heard some stuff about Africa. So let's look at this Bible from an academic standpoint. Sa.neter, go help me out, bro. I loaded up these slides because y'all want me to source up when I talk about stuff. All right. So the first question I have is, why do we have people like Champollion and James Strong? Why do we have these academics up in Africa studying Africa? Why are they in there doing archaeological digs and all of this research in a territory that Africans come from? We're looking at these men and they don't look African. But so why are these non-African men? Why are these scholars going in Africa and gathering information? Okay, so according to Strong's, when he goes and he gathers this information, next slide, sa.neter. When he gathers this information, he identifies, or he sees that the King James identifies the territory where all of this archaeological stuff is taking place. Because I'm quite sure there was research going on in this area before James Strong, became who he wasn't before he put this concordance together. So now he's looking at the reason why these people are over here. Okay, so next screen, sa.neter. Now we get ready to get into the African standpoint of it. We're looking at this territory through the eyes of James Strong, who is in this African territory. All right. Now, one thing I have noticed that they have been disingenuous when it comes down to what a biblical Shem is, what a biblical Ham is, and what a biblical Japheth is, because the white supremacists seminary schools will teach you that this one on the far left, this pitch black one, that this one is cursed. Now, I don't understand how your skin could be cursed in a land like Africa. If anybody's skin is going to be cursed in a land like Africa, it's going to be these ones on the far right, which is this Japheth. Now, I want y'all to keep in mind, these names, y'all be focusing in on these names. Now, one thing I forgot to show y'all the Hebrew definitions for these names, but the point that I'm trying to show y'all is that James Strong is looking at this Bible from an African perspective. So where you see this pitch black one, this is what Hebrew Israelites would refer to as Shem. And Shem is this entire continent of, or at least central, east, southern, west. When you think Africa, this is what Africa was. Before all of the bloodline mixing, this was the children of the sun. This was their complexion before outside nations started coming in. When outside nations started coming in, then in this territory that y'all refer to as the Garden of Eden, you notice that the skin complexion is lighter. When it talks about the fall of God, this is what James Strong is seeing. The fall of God. When I showed y'all the definition for devil and how it means the losing of your melanin or your melanin being poured out, that's what a devil is. This person in the land that is referred to is the Hamite territory in the middle. This is a person who has their melanin poured out. This would be considered a devil. And this one on the right would be considered a devil because he's completely fell. He has totally lost all of his melanin. However, the Bible points out that these are connected. These are not different people. They come from the same parents. And the parent is, according from James Strong's perspective, is Africa. The Africa is what produced these three. And you cannot make me believe, and look at the hair texture that is shown on here. You see that all of these hair textures, these are wool hair textures, like the Bible talks about, lamb's wool. So the Lamb of God is actually African people. It doesn't matter what complexion you are now. All of this bloodline, all of this is still family. If the crown on your head is like lamb's wool, then the Bible is actually really talking about you people. Now, keep in mind, this is a white man that's studying Africa. So if black people are really God, maybe that's the reason why they over there studying us the way that they study us, so that they can take crafty counsel against the gods and make the gods fall, or notice that the gods are falling, or notice that the gods have fell. Now let's take crafty counsel against them to make sure that the gods don't rise again, because that's what the Bible is saying. But y'all don't understand that it's talking about their attack against us because they teach you the Bible the way that they want you to understand it. Their whole plot against us is in that Bible. Their whole plot in there is about how people are disrespecting God. They're not listening to God. And then you see how God is reacting to these people that are not listening. And then I hear y'all complaining about how God killing all these people. The judges and magistrates, they were killing unrighteous people, satanic people, people that were lawless, that did not want to follow laws, statutes, commandments, people that were a threat to a society. So how do you keep a God? How do you keep this Supreme Court from coming at people? All right, so check this out. This is in Nat the Plier, right? And this is one of the first carvings in this African territory. Now, y'all notice that the symbols on here are birds, right? But this particular civilization in that biblical Cushite territory, this civilization was erected first. Y'all always be talking about the first bones was found in Ethiopia. I haven't seen that bone, but this stone, if you're going on a tour, you're going to see this stone when you're going over into that Nubian territory. Now, what does a bird represent in African territory? James Strong's knows that this bird represents the same thing that the Kemetic people say it represents. In the Kemetic history, the bird is Hathor, or the great mother. It represents motherhood and love and fertility, and that symbol of Hathor in Kemet or in Egypt started in the Naphtali territory. We're talking about Africa when we're looking at this Bible. James Strong's is looking at this Bible from an African perspective. Y'all keep talking about how King James, and y'all be off track. I don't understand why y'all would be saying that. Next slide. Okay, so this is what the Bible is saying. This is showing you the connections. So we all know these scriptures. Apostle be showing these scriptures. The descendants of Ham were Cush, Mitzrayim, Put, and Canaan. Now we all know that ain't no English Cush, ain't no English Mitzrayim, ain't no English Put, ain't no English Canaan. These are just names that they are using as markers to identify who is who in this African territory. Y'all get so caught up in the names, but that's the reason why you see these definitions in James Strong's concordance. They're identifying this territory and who these people are. All of these names, y'all get so caught up in these names, but there were African people that were connected to each other, that had families and tribes. You don't know how to pronounce this African man's name, so you come up with a name, because over there in Africa, their names be like Fufu. You can't spell that. So how are we gonna identify this dude? We're gonna call this dude Kush. We're gonna call this dude Canaan. We're gonna call this African dude Mitzrayim. We're gonna call this African dude Put, so that everybody understands which African we talking about. All right, so let's go over to the next one. You see that it's like 5 of them, but the main ones that we're focusing on is this Canaan. Kush, you see in Africa. Canaan, you saw in that territory up there that we're calling Palestine today. But in the beginning, what James Strong saw is that all of this is African territory. That one that really light-skinned one, that Japheth is the one, or that nation, that really light-skinned nation, that melanin recessive African nation. I like to refer to them as African albinos. Them African albinos are the ones that were dwelling in Canaan. The reason why Canaan is cursed is because they have lost their melanin. They cannot live in Africa anymore. If they live in Africa, their God or their father, the sun, will burn their skin and give them skin cancer. And then they will die. So they see themselves as cursed. We can't live among our family. We got to go live all the way up here so that our skin doesn't turn against us. All right, so now let's look at the definition for Abraham. We're going to read this from left to right, because that's how they read in that area. So we're going to look at it from Ham and Abram. So the first word, all right, so yeah. All right, next one. Let's go to the next slide. That's right. So the next slide should say Ham on it. There you go. All right, so we're going to look at 25:26. We're reading Abraham from left to right. So we want to know what this English word Ham means, or what did James Strong's find out? So 25:26 is in the next slide. Go ahead. This is the definition for Ham. Ham, hot, a son of Noah. Now, Noah, come on, man. This is an African territory that we're looking at. This is an English man looking at African territory. This word Noah is some kind of marker used to identify a certain people. Now, the story I've heard about Noah is that Noah was one of those melanin recessive people, an African albino, one of those that lost his melanin, but he's still giving birth to children. That's the other reason why his children, not all of them have the same melanin level. When he's producing with his wife, the first child probably came out the shade of the universe. The next child came out chocolatey brown, and the next child came out looking just like him, like an albino. But overall, the name Ham refers to hot, and also it mentions country, right? What country is hot in this African territory? Is not Africa hot? All right, so let's go to the next slide. So now we know who Ham, or what Ham means to these people. All right, Abram. That's when you read Abraham, when you read it left to right, it's Ham and then Abram. So now we're going to look at the definition for Abram. Verse 87. This is the reference number 87. It says, High Father, Abram, the origin name Abraham. All right, so this is a father. This is not necessarily a actual person named Abraham. This is just talking about a father. And when you now consider the slides that I've already showed you, this father is being recognized in the Bible because he comes out of that Cushite territory, or his family comes out of that Cushite territory. They travel the Nile from the Cushite territory, and they find themselves up there in that Canaanite territory. And then eventually, even from over there, they find themselves in Sumeria. You know, some generations later, now they're all the way over in Sumeria. At some particular point, they are deciding to go back into Africa, and that's really what the story of Abraham is. All right, so I got one more slide, so another one last one, and I'll be finished. We need to see what the word Abraham means altogether.
That was the last slide.
So man, you skipped one. Did you? Okay, all right. So, well, overall, the word Abraham, when you look at the definition for that, it's father of multitudes. So this is basically telling James Strong, and I understand it this way also, that these people that were once in Africa that migrated over into the Sumerian territory, I don't know exactly what happened over there in Sumeria, but I know that that's the territory where they were running into your ancient East Indians, your ancient Asians, your ancient Europeans. They're running into these foreign nations up there in that particular territory. I don't know, maybe it was some type of conflict or some type of oppression that made them cross back over into the land of Canaan. And that's what Abraham represents. Abraham represents these people that were in Sumeria, or the biblical Chaldea, that went back to the land of their ancestors to escape the oppression. That is the doggone story in the Bible from the beginning to the end. Evil arises on the world, and these one particular people, this one particular bloodline, always find a way back to their homeland. And that is the reason why you see this fish, this so-called Jesus fish. That's what the Jesus fish represents. It's like the bass fish or the salmon fish. You know, when they're swimming, they're born in a particular location. They go swim out in the ocean, in the seas and everything, and then they end up returning home to the place of their birth. And that's where they die, and they start all over again, and they do the same thing. I believe that that's the real reason why there is an image of the fish representing the so-called Jesus, because anybody that's saying, look, if we're in our own territory, if we're living in our ancestors' land under our own rule, we will always be free. We will never be oppressed by foreigners, because this is a family thing. You know, now I'm gonna go my Wakanda route. I understand the whole concept of Wakanda now because of this. I'm like, now I see why this society was separate, or why they were trying to, or why Kemet was like the longest dynasty on this planet. I see now why they were the longest dynasty on this planet. They didn't start falling until they started, you know, bumping into the outside nations or the children of the earth. And I'm gonna land my plane right there.
Can I get in, Sa? I have my hand.
Hey, but keep that slide. I'm sorry, bro. Hold on a second. Hey, keep that slide up with Africa, though. That slide with the African brothers.
No, we're good. We're good.
Yo, y'all quiet. Go ahead, brother.
Man, look, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You missed your calling, bro. You should have been a comic book author. You should have been a cartoon graphic designer, bro. Like, bro, that is the most pseudo I'd have ever heard in my life, brother. Like, come on, bro. We grown men. We gotta stop, bro. You grown. It's no way you should be propagating stuff like this, man. You know damn well you can't substantiate none of them claims. Like, bro, if we gonna be on here, bro, be serious, bro. Like, come on, bro. That's some like elementary school Harry Potter, Dora the Explorer. Like, come on, bro.
Yo, shout the season, man.
Right now, bro, I'm perplexed. Like, I don't know, bro. If this is the average condition of how people think, bro, we messed up, bro. Real talk. Like, this is what Shorty was saying earlier, Miss Nepal. This right here is what Christianity and the Bible and Abraham religions do to your brain, bro. His brain is fried, bro. And I ain't trying to be disrespectful, brother. Like, your brain is fried, bro. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Can I jump in, please?
I know I need to respond to that. I have to respond.
Hold on,
no. Yo. He got to respond he got to respond to it. And then I got you, watch out.
I appreciate
that.
I appreciate that. And Golo, okay, so Ngolo, peace to you, God. All right, so ultimately, your argument is with James Strong's and his understanding of what was going on in Africa. Because the only things that I pointed out is that this dude is in Africa. He's studying African history, just like the other dude, Champollion. And I'm showing y'all that y'all understanding of Abraham is not what these white supremacists told you. From his understanding, what Abraham is, it represents a black let's say all fathers that were in the Sumerian territory that returned back to Africa. That's all Abraham is. It's not an actual person. The names, when you look at the definition of the name Abraham, Abram, and Ham, you understand it, and it talks about this guy going from Sumeria over into Canaan. It's talking about is a migration. That's a migration story, and you're saying that that's a Harry Potter book, but that is history. You're not going to tell me in history there was no Africans that were in the southern Iraq territory migrating over to Africa, and then maybe even from Africa back over to the southern Iraq territory. You're not going to tell me that ain't been taken. That's not no Harry Potter book, bro. That's history. And that's what y'all think about Abraham from the way that white folks told you. So don't put me in that category, bro. I mean, when I see you as one of, when people look at you, they don't see you the same way I see you. What I see you as is one of the family members that was living in that territory. You are a Japheth. You see what I'm saying? And today we call you High Yellow, but back then the family was calling you Japheth. When you came down into Africa, we know where you came from. You came from up there where all of the ships was at, because that was a great shipping port in that area. And like with sa.neter, we would be like, oh, that's a Hamite. He comes from up there, around where the pyramids is at. And if I see Inky, I'll be like, oh, that's a Shem. That's one of the brothers from. So how is that a Harry Potter book, bro? I'm just showing you how they really look, how other people see the Bible, how other people understand the Bible. I'm not with the white supremacy.
All right. Thank you, Moses. Thank you. All right, Zion, you got the floor.
Oh, man. My God. So I hear what he's saying. If he's saying that this is a representation or symbolism of something that was historic, like the back migrations of the J1 and J2 that came out of the African branches of what is it, HGI and HGJ, and then mutated in Eurasia, Southern Eurasia, back migrated. That was about like 8,000 to 4,000 years ago, back migrated. But what we're not going to do is try to say that, some of the characters in these books are necessarily real. I am a person who stands on the fact that the Bible is. I'm not a what do you call it? I'm not a person who thinks that the Bible has no errors. Human beings have errors. We even have an error in understanding what religion is. All of us, well, not all of us, me in particular, and certain other people understand that religion is not just bound to theology or superstition. Religion is a bound system of practices. Please, guys, get this in your head. We have been duped by 18th century philosophies.
Moses, get the slides off the board.
Right. So yeah, please. Come on, man. These people doing too much on the screen, man.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got distracted with the whole, thing underneath me. So yeah, so like let's be careful, right? So things that we don't have evidence for, we can say that we lean toward them, but we might not have evidence to support it, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? All throughout history, human beings have created theological and historical things stories and such. You know what I'm saying? This dude is doing way too much. To try to explain history. It doesn't necessarily mean that these things were literal, you know what I'm saying, stories, but they had foundation in historical basis. So to say that the Bible is historical, I will object. Is it a historical book that you can extract some history from? Absolutely. What was I going to say? The other brother talked about the fallacy. I brought up the fallacy of evidence. This is the actual truth. In science, there is something called in science, y'all. There is something called the mathematical. Wait, hold on. What is the word? Platonism. Mathematical Platonism asserts that a mathematical figure exists in and outside of our minds, in a whole universe where mathematical equations are living bodies, that they function and move without. So even science has things that it can't prove, like, for instance, the edge of the universe. Nobody can quantify the edge of the universe because light from that distance has not reached us yet. However, we make assertions based upon the information that we have, the limited information that we have, and then we start to do what Moses just did, build an idea of what we think it is, no matter how fantastical it may sound. Even in science. So let's not blame everything on religion. It's the human brain that tries to fill in the gaps and tries to make answers and make symbols, money, numbers. Numbers do not exist in science. It exists in our head, how we quantify things, right? But there is also something called qualitative. You have quantitative and qualitative. Qualitative is how we feel. And people want to minimize how we try to make understandings for our own rational and mental health. Rastafari, blessed love, rebel, Rastafari. Yes, I. So this is one thing about Rastas. We don't deal with the intangibles like that. We look at the symbolisms, you know, and we look at all, but we are very rational in how we. Yes, I said DJ Genesis, blessed love, Empress. Yes, I. And Apostle, everybody on the planet. We look at things very rational. Oh, prove your God exists. Well, all you got to do is go back to 1890. For my God, yo, Jesus, we might have a problem with. You know what I'm saying? But the same thing with the bones. You know what I'm saying? We have to weigh these things out and not dispel it, but also at the same time, put a question mark. That's rational thinking. Rational thinking. Now, what I want to say about this, what we don't want to do is totally discount the intelligence of our ancestors. Okay. Our ancestors figured out things with far less technology than we have. So what we don't want to do is minimize some of the things that they came up with, and the symbolisms that they use might seem to be metaphysical and totally fantastical, but the results that they gave us are real, right? So we have to be able to be fair, and even with the scriptures, we meditate upon the scriptures, we meditate upon mathematical equations. We know that some things may have truth to it, some things may not so much. And
right. Thank you.
What do we expect out of it? I wasn't done. You gonna give me another 2 minutes by cutting me off?
No.
2 minutes.
No, I just paused you. That was past 2 minutes.
Okay, all right.
Right.
Thank you.
Moses, no, Moses.
No,
No, Moses, no. Hey, Asar, raise your hand if that's you, 7. 7, raise your hand if that's you, 7. Asar. Okay, that might not be. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm sure now.
You're in black and white today, brother. Your thing is really going slow. All right, I see you, Jay.
See me?
Yeah. No, your mic messed up. Let me go to Genesis. Your mic is messed up.
So I had a question that nobody really answered. Okay, so if we are going to be using archaeological digs, like this dig that they talked about that came up in the 1980s that said that Jesus and his family were in this tomb, and then that this Jesus was the son of Joseph, and that his son Judah was the son of Jesus, then are we saying that Jesus never, like, did they move his body from, so that would actually dispel the entire resurrection thing? What part are we doing? Are we going to do resurrection? Are we going to do bones found later? So I'm just confused as to what part of the story, because that would just dispel the whole biblical myth, right? Which one is it? Was there bones of Jesus found later, or was he resurrected? They move his body, and now we believe in resurrection, and that whole Jesus is God thing dispelled the whole New Testament, because that's all based on this situation. So I just want to understand what we are believing in when we're also trying to bring in archaeology and things like this.
All right, we're gonna let Apostle see if he can answer the question. If he was smart, he would say, I don't know. If he was smart, he would say anything but try to promote this nonsense. But go ahead, Apostle. Unmute yourself.
I don't know nothing about that, what she's saying.
There you go. Now you're learning, brother. That's my man. There you go. Come to my class a little more often, brother. Go ahead. Finish, brother. You're learning now. Because you're the one that said that they found the bones. Now you're saying you don't know.
No, I'm saying about her talking about what she's saying about Jesus' bones.
That's
what
right.
About didn't have Jesus' bones in it. It had his father, it had his sister, it had his mother, and it had one brother.
And where can we find this at, Apostle? Where can we go see the bones?
I showed it on your channel.
I'm asking you again. Just tell me. Tell the people.
Go to your
name, or what's the name of it?
YouTube. You see.
Can you pull it up for us?
No, not no more.
Of course not.
You're taking my time. I've got something to respond to different.
No, I want to stay here with the bones, brother, because that's so important, Apostle.
I can talk about what I want to talk about.
I know, but I'm saying if you can show proof. Hold on, calm down for a minute, brother.
Is it called the Talpiot?
Hold on, Genesis. If you can show proof of Jesus' bones, brother, and the family bones, you know how much of an impact you make on us, brother. So that's what I'm asking. Now it's like you really crying not to want to show it. We want to see it. I might be converted. If you can show this, brother, I'll start saying shalom and all of that stuff with you, brother. Banging with you.
Brother, I told you. I don't know nothing about what she talking about, Jesus.
Tell me about the family bones that you're talking about.
I just said that,
It's the same tomb, too. It's the same tomb.
I'm not going to waste my time.
You're not. Apostle, you're not wasting your time if you can show me the bones of Jesus' mother and his family, bro.
I am not going to waste my time talking about.
Then that's all I'm saying.
Why did you bring it up in the first place? It's called the Talpiot tomb.
Why ain't she stop that girl from talking?
That's a woman, man. Stop that, man. Come on.
A woman
Don't be disrespectful, brother.
You don't want being disrespectful.
All right, go ahead, Apostle. Talk. Go ahead, talk. Go ahead, talk.
What I want to say is something is wrong with you.
Oh, man.
I'm the only one on these platforms.
I love this nigga right here, man. For real, man.
Everybody else come up here, you kiss his lily.
Go ahead and talk, brother.
Because see,
you wasting your time, man.
I just made a comment about a real life history event in the 1920s when Orson Welles produced a scenario movie on the radio about the War of the Worlds, where people killed themselves out of fear. And he took that and twisted it, saying that I'm afraid of the Bible. I didn't say anything about the Bible. I said Orson Welles produced a movie before TV It was on the radio. Look it up. And why you twisted that into saying, I'm afraid, that's why I study the Bible? Or even you must be slow of hearing. Because I plainly said, Orson Welles produced a radio show about the War of the Worlds, and they thought it was real because shows had never been shown on radio like that before. They thought it was a real report of aliens invading America or the world. That's why it was called the War of Worlds, the War of Worlds. And they killed themselves, thinking that we were being invaded. Because of that, NASA is not willing to talk to us about things that deal with aliens. Because they know people are afraid. And they don't want that to happen again. That's what I said, sa.neter. I don't know if it's your ignorance or just you just lied. But I never said the Bible. I never said they was afraid of the Bible. I didn't say that. So why would you twist what I'm saying? I am convinced that I am the only person that talks to sa.neter like this because nobody else does. Nobody else. But you know what I do it out of? Love. Love. I don't kiss his ass like y'all do. I've heard many of y'all on other stations.
That's crazy.
I've heard you on other stations talk about this brother, and now that you up here, you act like it's your best love.
Who that? Who that, Apostle?
Saying names, but they're on these channels now.
Oh my God!
They would say, "I would never go on sa.neter." Right? I'm the only one that talk to sa.neter like he needs to be talked to. When he share that bullshit, I get him straight. I'm the only one who believes is out of love.
So, Apostle,
Don't say nothing.
all right.
You are one of the biggest kissers that's on this show.
All right. So, Apostle, let me say this real quick. I never said that you said anything about the Bible. This is what I said, Apostle. When you first opened your mouth, the first thing you said was, there are so many people who's going to be frightened. That's what you said, Apostle. I didn't say, oh, he said it about the book. No, let me finish, brother. I just allowed you to finish talking.
But you conveyed it now.
No, I'm not. No,
he said exactly what you said.
Thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
That's what I said.
He repeated exactly what you said.
Thank you.
Exactly what I said.
Yeah.
I heard what you said. You said it multiple times, and he said exactly what you said. You're going to be afraid.
Yeah, but you didn't say all of that. You just said that the people is going to be afraid. That's what you're saying now.
The war of the world. I talked about the war of the world.
Well, you ain't answered Genesis' question.
You did, yeah.
I don't know nothing about this.
Did you hear the same thing, Genesis?
Yeah, I did, and he got into 3AI Atlas and how there's like this thing he stopped behind the sun and
right
to reveal himself and this, that, the other because of this anomaly that has happened or whatever.
I'm saying people are going to be
scared of other people. Apostle, you talked already.
Said all that. He talked about that there were some bones found, and it was Jesus' bones found. Jesus' family's bones found. But that is, I put it in the chat what the thing was called.
Said that.
It's called Talpiot Tomb. Talpiot Tomb. And Talpiot Tomb, it has Jesus, it has his family in there.
It has Jesus in there too.
Yeah, so it's not just the family. So I don't know.
But they don't want to admit that because that takes away from the resurrection story, which was not even in the Bible in the original Gospels. The first two books of the Gospels did not talk about a resurrection. That was added later.
Every time y'all catch Apostle out there, he runs off the show like a little girl. Apostle funny. Hey, let me go to Rebel Rastafari. Rebel, let's go, Rebel. Every time a person gets caught, he runs off the
Rastafari. Yeah, give thanks, sir.
Yes, sir.
Highly Rastafari. Blessed love, King.
Peace,
Yeah, man,
brother.
you don't know, give thanks to the panel. You don't know, always at work, wherever I'm at, you know.
Yes,
I think don't speed dial. You don't know, bless up yourself. But we need to go into Jesus' philosophy and tell them, say, it take about 100 and something years to create this creature, Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because apart from the 324 Nicene Council going down to Ephesus 432 onwards, that is how Jesus was created. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no son of God, son of Mary, none of that. He's just a creature that the Orthodox fathers, the church fathers back in the day, created a council to build him. And we need to check out the halo behind Jesus and tell them, say, hey, we had that in Kemet from day one. We need to talk about the fish god, Dagon. That now you see the Catholics and all those people have the symbol of the fish. And they're saying it's Christianity, but it's not Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Because Christianity has picked up a lot of the pagan worships, the so-called pagan worship, which was like the natural worship of mankind.
Yes, sir.
And they have put it into their religion and make it look like it's a cultural mix, but they are the real pagans. You know what I'm saying? So we need to take these into consideration. And I like Moses' mindset, because Moses taking it to a different height. Because if you're intellectual level, the doctrine that he's showing you, say, hey, is the meaning of words, because every word have a definition. So sometimes if you take in words for just what you've been taught versus the definition of the word, sometimes we get caught up into the mindset. So even though I don't agree with Moses, but I like his mindset because he's going into definition of words. So I'm just going to hold back on the levels and accept and absorb the vibe. And also, blessed love, DJ Genesis. One love to you, Empress. Highly Rastafari.
Let me share something with Rebel Rastafari. Let me share something real quick. Hey, show him that slide for Israel first, right? Show him the word Israel first. I want to ask him a question about Rastafari. I want to see.
That was conversation don't make part of it anyway.
Okay, so you went too far. Go back to Israel, the one that say Israel. Okay, see the reference number, y'all, is 3478. Now show us the definition for Israel. 3478. This is where it says, he shall rule as God, right? In the African territory, the mother was the deity, but over time, it switched over from matriarchy to patriarchy. So you see where it says, he shall rule as God. All right, next slide, sa.neter. And this is the question I have for Rebel Rastafari. This is Israel. This is Ra the Elohim. And this is not representative of just one person. This is representative. This is like the presidency in the United States or the government of the United States. So when I look at this, I wanted to ask Rebel Rastafari, where I come from is this right here. When you see the moon and the North Star out like that, we call that Ra star, S-T-A-R, far, F-A-R, which means the eye is far. Ras, or like saying our ancestors' eye is far away from us. Is that the same understanding y'all have?
No, I didn't look at it that way, because Rastafari, we look at it from His Majesty Haile Emperor the First. You know what I'm saying? So that is where we get our Rastafari from. But at the end of the day, you see Rastafari in itself has the Kemetic connection to Ethiopia. So because His Majesty was crowned by the Ethiopian Abuna, showing you from the connection from Egypt and Ethiopia from day one. But I've never really seen it how you showing it, and it's kind of mystical, you know.
Okay. So
yourself the season.
Yeah,
all right, so overall, my
as a
understanding of
Rastafari reach.
Yeah, I'm just saying my understanding of Israel is not the same as Hebrew Israelites. Israel, from what I understand, represents the people that established that first civilization in Naphtali. After they came away from, not too far long after the evolutionary transition from the water to the land, and then they're building their civilization on land, that these people still had, maybe it's called junk DNA, but preauricular sinus. And their preauricular sinus was what the Bible refers to as the seal of God. Because just like you see the North Star that orbits the moon, all of us, I don't know about you, Rebel Rastafari, but those of us with preauricular sinus, we are born with a 5-point star on the white part of our eye that orbits our eyelids, just like the North Star orbits the moon, as well as the preauricular sinus that's on our ears. That tiny hole orbits the big hole of our ear the same way that the North Star orbits the moon. So that was like a cultural understanding. This is how ancestors connected themselves with the universe. When they looked at each other and they saw the ones that had the star on their eye and this preauricular sinus, they automatically associated that child as one that was drawn from the universe above. As
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Moses, that's the definition for Moses. I didn't show y'all the definition for Moses, but I will later on. I'm gonna land here. But I don't believe Israel is what Hebrew Israelites say. I do believe that Israel represents all of the sons that took over their mothers, that took their mothers' thrones in the African territory. That's what Israel is. When it says he shall rule as gods, that means that all of the mothers that were sitting on them thrones, their sons began sitting on those thrones. I'll leave.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you? Sir? You don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, sa.neter.
I have a question.
Let me ask sa.neter.
Hey, yo, man, y'all come up in here, man. Y'all don't want to get joked and clowns, man. Y'all better come.
Yeah, this is wild, man.
Y'all better come with some real shit.
Hey, at least I'm entertaining, though. I'm entertaining.
Yeah, you are very stretch Armstrong, but you have some very deep thoughts. I mean,
but hold on 1 second. Let me just ask Sa.
I'm a Pisces, man. That's why I have deep thoughts.
Hey, Sa, did you know why the apostle sat there and said that I brought up Washington, D.C.? Everybody was listening. What is he talking about, bro?
I don't know. He's not here. He ran.
You just used it as an analogy. You didn't put it.
Just ran him off with the Jesus bone.
Does anybody else have the answer to my question? I really want to know.
Nah, ain't no more Hebrew. Oh yeah. There's a Hebrew, but I don't think he agreed.
Answer for Genesis.
But here's another question. I see that he has a sun and a star on his hat, right? So okay,
came up, bro.
He showed the black people, then he showed the people in the middle, then he showed the whiter Asiatic. So do you believe in the Asiatic black man as the 5%ers? Show that one relief that you showed where the black man from Africa, the middle one. So is the middle one the Asiatic black man, like the 5%ers and the Muslims believe in? And is that a concept that you believe in, the Asiatic black man?
Guess what?
Moses, that question's for you, Moses, because I see you have that star in that. Oh, you showed the picture of the African on one side, the kind of like mixed in the middle, and then look like an Asian on the far right.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So the one in the middle.
Is that considered the Asiatic black man, or do you believe in that?
The one in the middle, yeah, the one in the middle, because that's the one that started mixing with the Asians in that territory. And that's what caused them to lose their melanin and have to move further north into the land of Canaan. Now, yeah, that's where that one in the middle represents where the bloodline mixing began. Because in the Kemetic history too, it shows that they came into the land to get education.
So you have you have Moorish science, you have the Nation of Islam, and then you have the 5% nation. Do you believe in the same concepts of that Asiatic black man that came to da 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 and blah 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 and
No, I don't understand it the same way they do. The same way I don't understand the Bible the same way Christians do, and I don't understand it the same way Hebrew Israelites do. I don't really subscribe to all of because More Science Temple.
Stop.
You don't never hear them get
thinking.
You don't never hear them get accused of being racist. I get accused of being racist because we are not supposed to be mixing our bloodline with straight hair people, but people get offended when I say that. But
You are supposed to be held responsible for every word that come out of your mouth.
Our ancestors had a bloodline law to protect ultimately to protect our land, to keep, the foreigners out, the ancient Indians, the ancient Asians, the ancient Europeans. So when you talk about the Asiatic black man, that is something that actually was not supposed to happen, but it did. And then once it did, we can't reject they were rejecting those children at first, Sister Genesis. At first, our ancestors were killing those babies.
Oh, man, burn the Bible. Burn the Bible. Burn the Bible.
They brought over to America, and those were the ancient Native Americans. I'm trying to understand what do you believe? Do you believe the Asiatic black man were the Indian, the Native Americans that existed today, that were, because sometimes you'll have like the Hebrew Israelites, they'll say, okay, we're the ones that were over here, but they say Mansa Musa were the ones that brought the Asiatic or the Moors from that area as slaves over to America, and then whatever. I'm trying to understand what is, because there's so many different narratives out here.
I don't know that narrative that you just said. I don't know that narrative. The narrative that I was raised up under is that our ancestors had a law to ultimately to protect the land from outsiders, and you had this
land, Africa or America? Because
no, I'm talking about Africa. I'm talking about in the African territory, because y'all was talking about the Bible, and I'm trying to explain what's actually taking place in this biblical territory, because African territory is identified. So that African territory that I'm speaking of, my understanding of it is that we were not supposed to be mixing our bloodline with the outside nations, because ultimately they could.
Shame. How did we get to America? Shame. From Israel, or did we come from West Africa? And how did we get to West Africa from Israel if we were Hebrew Israelites?
According to my upbringing and research, you do know that there were two major shipping ports.
Genesis, you speaking to the wrong one. You should be speaking to Zayek's war child. He's the Israelite. Moses is not the Israelite that you think he is. He's not them dudes. He's different.
Yeah, well, let me explain to her from our standpoint. All right, so from our standpoint,
what do you say? Is that like a different religion other than?
No. Listen, man. Listen, our ancestors created the first laws, statutes, and commandments, and I'm explaining to you one of the laws that our ancestors had is that we were not supposed to be mixing our bloodline with these outside nations, because ultimately it would put our nation at risk. Yeah, I mean, it happens here in America. You get a rich man that marry a poor woman. The poor woman has access to this man's money. She could kill this man and she could walk off with his money. This is the same understanding of our ancestors in that territory.
Hey, you see something?
That in the slavery situation.
You know you don't fucked up, right?
No, I said no. I said I pulled into the garage
You know you don't fucked up, right?
No, I said no.
All right, so Genesis, to answer your question, the Phoenicians are the ones responsible for bringing Africans, or the darker hue Africans over here way before the slave trade. This is before continental drift is as bad as it is now. This is at the beginning of continental drift, when the Americas was not as far away from Africa as it is now. Our ancestors, which we refer to now as the Phoenicians, who were seafarers, those are the ones that were responsible for sailing the coast of Africa. And when you start to go around the Horn of Africa, that's when you would run into the areas that we refer to as like Nicaragua, Colombia, all of that area down in there in the Gulf. That part of Africa that's where we was dumping out at. It would be geographically the southeastern part of North America, and the northeastern part of South America is where those ships were coming in at.
So are we trying to say that Mansa Musa did not come to America prior to the Phoenicians?
That might be the same. I think that's the same event.
According to history, no. Mansa Musa was not a Phoenician. and that actually happened about because the Phoenician they came over around 1500 to 300 BCE, but then I think that his was like 1312 CE.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, at least we know where they got their routes from, where the Phoenicians got their routes from. So they got it from Mansa Musa, obviously, or his crew.
I might have got the whatever. The bottom line is that the Muslims. Was Muslim prior Hebrew? Because I'm trying to figure out Muslim. You got the Hebrew.
The one. Am I on the air?
Yes, you're on the air.
No, put me off the air.
Nah, if you're gonna curse me out live before.
I'm not gonna curse you out, man. I'm not cursing you out.
You do me when you run and get your butt whipped.
I didn't run, nigga. I didn't run, nigga. You put me in the back.
Just go ahead. All the people. Bang on me, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna let the people hear you go in.
I'm gonna say it straight what I called the king.
There you go.
I'm gonna just say since you want the one that spoke up on your behalf after I said what I said, it's the one that I was talking about. And he knew it. And that's why he spoke up. All right? I'm gonna leave it at that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you don't know what I'm talking about. I said there are people that come up on this show.
Oh, okay.
That's there and there.
Yeah. Go ahead. I got you. All right. I took you off the air. But anyway, I'll get back to you. Stop running. Stop being a pussycat, man. Every time you get beat up, you run, man. You got to stop this, man.
No. You got to stop putting me in the back.
No, that's only when you don't stop talking about it.
No, man. Them people were talking.
Yeah, but nobody do it the way you do. You talk nonstop. You do it nonstop, brother. That's when I put you in the back.
Tonight, I did not do it. I purposely waited tonight. I purposely waited tonight till you called on me.
Everybody was saying,
as soon as you called on me,
you, man. Everybody.
As soon as you called on me, you interrupted me. Then Genesis interrupted me. What are you talking about?
Genesis,
y'all interrupted me.
I think you and Genesis.
And I was just trying to talk.
I think you and Genesis need to get in the ring. Are you afraid of her too?
Genesis. We don't need to get in no ring. I done had a conversation with Genesis. I had no conversation with that girl.
Lady, that's a lady, brother.
Why?
Woman, that's a woman, brother.
Well, you call her what you want. I call her what I want.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Apostle.
I call people based on how they talk.
You know you live,
and how they treat
you're
me.
live, Apostle.
Well, you just told me I wasn't.
I know, but I put it
so
back
now
up.
You lied about that.
No, I put it back
I'm not
up.
taking nothing back I said. I'm not taking nothing back I said.
Okay.
I don't care if I'm live or not live. I stand by what I say.
All I did was ask questions, sir. I didn't even go against you. I just asked the question.
Once again, I never said the flow I'm talking about. Christ's bones were not found in that story. The story you talking about is not the story I'm talking about.
Okay, so what was the
story that Zion was talking about? Zion. You said I said it.
They give a name to it. So
why are you talking over? Why are you talking over me?
Ask you a question. What was the name of the dig that they found these bones at? There should be a name to it. They always put a name.
Yeah, I don't remember. I found this site 2 years ago. I found this 2 years ago. And this was a legal conservation. It was done at a parking lot. They was building for apartments that they had built over top of it.
That's the same place that they found the actual bones of Jesus at. I know. I watched the whole entire video, bro. I can pull it up for y'all if y'all need me to put it in the chat. Jesus bones is in there too.
Pull it up. Well, if he saw that, I didn't see that.
Stop.
If he saw that, I did not see that.
All right, show us the video that Apostle talking about.
Okay.
I asked a very.
I did not see that. I'm not even sure they talking about my video.
Even if it's bones of Jesus, bones of his family, bones of his cousins, bottom line is that how is there bones and bones of his offspring? How is he? What the heck is going on here? That means that he had a child. So that means he didn't get resurrected.
No, he didn't have no children.
No,
the bones didn't say about he had children. Not in the site I'm talking about. I don't know what site y'all talking about.
That is the site.
Not in the site I'm talking about. The site I'm talking about, I showed on sa.neter TV over 2 years ago. Nepal was in the program. She was there. She agreed. She saw the same site. Her and sa.neter got into an argument over it. She even showed the site about Magdalena. And sa.neter got upset with her. And they got into an argument.
That's the same
For me,
How many times?
that's 2 years ago.
same site. It came up in the 80s. That's when they
It's
found it.
not. I don't know nothing about the site I saw. Did not have Yahweh's bones in there. Period. It did not.
They continuously dug this, found more stuff, and they found this thing.
Genesis. Hey, Genesis.
You guys need to research.
Genesis.
I don't know nothing about that.
Hold up, Apostle. Genesis.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to get the smoke with Apostle?
I mean,
I'm not talking to you.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. You can run after she answer. Genesis, do you want the smoke?
I'm not
Genesis.
Debate.
Do you want the smoke with Apostle Genesis?
I mean, if he said that there's some bones that exist, okay.
All call outs are mandatory, Genesis. Call his ass out live on the air, Genesis, and let everybody see that his ass is running. Call him out, Genesis.
Apostle, anyone saying there's any bones of Jesus that exist that
There you go.
Like say that this is something, you need to also tell me how is the resurrection true then? Okay.
There you go.
I tagged House of
And don't want to step up.
Elder Saw.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Elder Saw, I put it in the chat and I tagged House of Consciousness, so it should be read on your side.
You put it in the back chat?
I put it in the chat, the chat on the YouTube. You want me to put it in the back chat?
No, put it in the chat. Let's see it. Let the people see it again.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. I'll put it one more time. Y'all watch that whole thing. It's an hour and something. Jesus's bones is in there. Okay, it's the same place that the apostles talking about. I don't know how he missed the part where they literally sat there and read the ossuaries or every single.
Oh man, I gotta pull this out tomorrow, Apostle. It showed
every single ossuary. An ossuary is basically a stone box that they put the name and the bones in, right? So they started preserving later on. So back in the day, they didn't have that. Like back in Moses's time or whatever, they didn't have ossuaries and stuff. But later on, when we got to Jesus'
that's
time,
why the apostle don't want to show it because he knows it's buffoonery.
Yes, because it goes against the resurrection idea.
Hello,
and that's why a lot of Christians won't use it as a tool to prove that Jesus existed because
I don't see it, Zion. I don't see it.
You don't see it. You don't see the red. Hold on. Watch this. I'm gonna do it again.
You putting it in the regular YouTube, right?
Yes, YouTube chat right here where we're live right now.
Oh, okay.
You see it?
Sometimes if you have it blocked, you won't be able to see it. You have to probably put it in the private chat because if you put it into the comments.
Yeah, let me put it in the let me put it in here.
No, put it in the regular chat where the people can get it and see it.
So I put it like at least 3 times now. I'm gonna do it again.
Sometimes it'll do it again. If you have it blocked, you won't be able to see it.
What's the name of the video?
The name. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to it. Now I gotta retag it because I had to go back to the YouTube to tag it. All right, it's called. Hold on. It's called The Most Controversial Archaeological Discovery: The Lost Tomb of Jesus Archaeology Documentary. It's in I Love Docs. I Love Docs is the name of the platform. There's over 3,885 comments right now. Okay. So this video is old, actually. It's let me see, 4 years ago. And
that's
I
about
recently
the same time that
it.
Apostle said that he
yes,
right.
Right. So Apostle spoke about the tomb. He spoke about all of the family members. He left one thing out.
Yeah, I don't see it, man. You ain't putting the link in.
Jesus. Okay, you know what I'm
right here. I have it right here.
Oh, put it in. Put it in.
I'm gonna send it to your phone. I'm gonna send it.
Yeah, send it to my phone because I got to play some of this tomorrow.
I'm gonna send it to you. Oh yeah, it's about a I'd say it's about an hour and 43 minutes and 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna just get right to the part where they talking about Jesus in the
they start
the
literally reading the Hebrew, because what they did was they would put little tiny inscriptions on the ossuary, so you'd have to translate it, you know what I'm saying, to see what it says. And that's how they knew that Mary was there, that Joseph was there, that James was there, that Salome or what, you know what I'm saying, the sister was there. All of these people were in the tomb, just like Apostle said.
I put it into the studio chat, it's right there.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, Mom?
Yep, I got it.
So the Apostle left one thing out. Jesus' ossuary was in there too.
I don't know why Genesis is blocked on my channel.
Dry bones in the valley.
Hold on. I don't know why Genesis is blocked on my channel.
Oh my God.
And who blocked her?
Okay, so yeah, let me send that to you. Yeah,
I see her comment on my StreamYard, but I don't see it over here on the YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
so I will unblock you, Genesis.
I'm blocked in there too, sa.neter.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm gonna go ahead and see you up.
Did you get the link?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, good.
The Hebrew Israelites, but at some point when we say certain stuff, we gotta like say, okay, well, what's going on?
We have to be honest, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just because we want to believe that Jesus resurrected doesn't mean that we can't be honest about it. If we want to be honest about it, there was 2 major books that were the Gospels before, you know what I'm saying, the other ones were added to it. And in those books, if you go even back to the Septuagint and to the Sinaitica, certain things were not in there. And then those things were added later. Why can't we be honest about that? Why can we not be honest about the magical stuff that was added in later that didn't exist in the original canon text?
I don't think that you being honest though, Zion.
Oh my God.
Bro, okay, sa.neter, show him the slide for Joshua real quick, bro.
Nope.
Well, all right. Well, the reason why I'm asking you to show that slide is because how they gonna say that it's the bones of Jesus, but it wasn't nobody named Jesus in that territory.
It wasn't set. So I'm saying that because everybody knows who Jesus is. They read it in the Hebrew, and it is Yahshua. It is Yahshua ben Yosef on the ossuary in the Hebrew.
So why they don't
when I
have
say
it
Jesus,
like
see, that's what happens when Negroes try to oversimplify things.
It's not written like that, though.
Oversimplify what I said. So because I said Jesus, you think I mean, oh, it said Jesus on there, like it was written in English. Like, come on.
Why is it not written in
That's
his
why you
language?
cannot understand what you're reading, and you take it too literally. When certain things,
it was written in the language. It was written in the language, and it's
written in the Hebrew. Actually, it was written in Aramaic.
Everybody hold up.
It was written in Aramaic.
Hold up, everybody. Hold up. I've been up here all day with y'all. I ain't talking about you that's on the panel with me. I'm talking about in the chat. I have not received one goddamn donation.
Come on.
I have not received one goddamn cash app from my quote unquote people.
No, I'm not.
Why is that, man? Let me get up out of here, man. I'm mad.
Wait, hold on. Let me just say this.
What Dr. Reggie be talking about
right now.
No, I'm out of here, man. I see what my brother Reggie be talking about now. I'm not mad at Reggie when he get mad.
Can I spank a pop?
I've been up here.
I'll send. Listen, I'll send you. I only got like I'm broke.
I've been up here. I've been up here entertaining y'all all goddamn day, and I don't even get a $5 goddamn donation from my people. I'm mad as hell.
Come on, y'all.
I gotta go now, man. I'm mad. Let me go to bed, man. Peace and black power. Thank everybody for tuning in. I'm out of here, man. God damn. All day, and I ain't get a goddamn cent from my people.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you something, sir.
Okay, brother. That's love. That's love.
Yes, sir.
That's love.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. Let me get up out of here.
Look, somebody sent you something. Look at God.
Let me talk to Genesis.
Would you look at
before
God?
we leave. Hey, Genesis, when they talk about the bones of Jesus that was found in the tomb, how you know they not talking about you and your child? or the sons of the black woman and the black woman. How you know they're not talking about that? They could be talking behind your back. They might be talking about, oh my goodness, the black woman and her sons is waking up.
So I had a child 2,000 years ago that they found an ossuary named Yeshua ben Yosef. Come on, man. You start Stretch Armstrong, you start making your
son, I won't share my screen,
sometimes
hold on. It might be my fault because I don't think nobody dropped my Cash App link in there during this whole all day. So let me drop my Cash App link in there, see if I get lucky. You know what I'm saying? See if the people have a little ounce of love for your brother. God damn. I don't think nobody dropped my Cash App link since I've been up all day. I think I spent about a good, 8 hours with y'all?
Yeah, you was out. Yeah, you was up all
I had to delete one show.
Yeah.
You know?
I was surprised that you opened up another panel. I'm like,
yeah, man. That's how I do it for the man. But do it for the people. The people don't do shit for me.
Hey man, you sure the people? How you know them people ain't hating on you?
Oh, H. Molest said, all right, she's been putting it up. I have been putting up your links. Yes, if she said it, I believe her.
Folks ain't get their food stamps this week, so you know what I'm saying?
That might be true. All right, you know what?
I can say
you're right. Hold on. That is true. And not only that, this government shutdown. Shit, I ain't get my goddamn retirement SSI check either.
Come on, B. So we got.
I didn't get my. But you know what? I called the ass and they said, "Yo, don't worry about it. You gonna get the shit."
It's coming.
I said, "All right."
It might not come when you want to.
Hold on. Let me let the people know. sa.neter did have a job in his young days. God damn it! I used to work for HRA. I used to work for HRA, goddamn, Human Resources Administration. So I do get an SSI government check. All right? Don't think I'm just slouching and I ain't got nothing. I've been getting checks now for me working.
Right.
No, but no, the check, I did get a check.
Retirement.
A check on the 3rd, it comes in the mail. Look in your mailbox.
But can I respond back to what Moses just said? Can you say what you said again, please?
If sa.neter's not going to share my screen, let's not even have a conversation.
Yeah, we ain't going to do that.
I just wanted to respond. You made a pop shot, and you ain't going to just let me linger.
I thought sa.neter was going to share my screen.
Let it linger.
All right, yo. I got to let y'all two go. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I got to let y'all go. I want to end it with my man, Apostle, man. He always come up, I'm going to let him get ahead and drill me for a minute, and then I'm out of here. So I'm going to let y'all two go, and then I'm closing out the show. All right?
Yeah.
I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, peace.
So, peace and blessings to y'all.
Yes, sir.
And let me keep Genesis up here. So Genesis got my back.
Number one, if I can speak.
Yes, go ahead.
Zion does not believe in Christ. Zion believes Ali Selassie is his Christ. That's why he's on that trip that he's on. Because he believes his Majesty, the king of Ethiopia, is his Messiah. Ethiopians are Hamites. They're not even Israelites. They claim to be Israelites because the Queen of Sheba supposedly slept with Solomon and had a son. But
hey, stop. That's what I'm talking about. See? About people coming through. Thank y'all, man. Bill, shout out to you, Bill. Lisa Grace, shout out to you, Queen. I see you. Thank you. I see the Cash App. That's what I'm talking about, peeps. Support Lisa Grayson, shout out to you, Queen. I see you. Hey, Adrian Humphrey. I don't see the last name is cut off, but I assume it's Humphrey. Shout out to you, sister. Oh, man, another queen in here. Sakina Ra. Shout out to Sakina Ra. Dead Black, shout out to you. That's what I'm talking about. My people got love for their brother, man. Now I can go buy me a slice of pizza tomorrow because I ain't even get my goddamn check, So shout out to y'all. Appreciate that. Go ahead, finish, Apostle.
So you didn't mention my name.
I don't see you.
Oh,
Oh, watch that, man. Shout out to Apostle. I appreciate the $50, Apostle, my man. Shout out to you, Apostle.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why Zion is the way he believes. They believe this is the Falasha, the Falasha group in Ethiopia. But it's impossible for all of those people that claim to be Israelites to come from one man, Makeda, who is supposedly the Queen of Sheba's son. It's impossible for that one. All of those many people come from one man and can claim that heritage like that. Abraham, the Bible says that Ham is the father of the Hamitics, not Shemitics. Israelites are Shemitic, period. They say that. I trace my family, my father, it goes back to Portugal, where the Portugal Jews were. Edgar Shaw, the expulsion of the black Hebrew Jew from Spain and Portugal in 1400s. Get the book. It was written in 1500 and it was revised in 1700. Sa.neter carried the same markers. He just don't know it. He denies it. He thinks he's a Gentile. That's how I go. Even in Christ.
What markers, Apostle?
What?
What markers you said I carry?
From Portugal. You carry markers from Portugal.
That's a real low percentage, though. That's low.
It doesn't matter the percentage.
You way up there. You got like, I think 60-something% Portuguese.
Yeah, but they're black Portuguese, brother. What are you talking about?
Okay.
They're black Portuguese. They're black people in Spain. There was black people in Rome. What are you talking about?
So what about the
All
Nigerian?
of Europe was black before it became white. All of Europe, Scotland, London, England, it was all black. King Arthur was black. And we know King James was black. The Stuarts, we know they were a black family.
Here's my question. What about the Nigerians, though? What are the Nigerians?
I don't
so
care.
the Igbo tribe that also seem to be Hebrew Israelite, are they discounted or what?
Who?
The Igbo tribe of Nigeria.
No, they're not. I don't know. Not all will claim it. Only some of those that.
All right, come on, man. If y'all want me to keep it going for another hour, it's almost 11. Y'all gotta support. Show some love.
That's the same
love in the Cash App, and we'll keep it going.
Same thing about the Igbos. The same thing about the Ave. Same thing about the I can't think of the name of them. The Fulani or Mandinka.
But didn't you say Mandinka as well? The Mandinka, like Mali, switched over from Hebrew Israelite. You said that you were Mandinka as well, and I think that at one point you were saying that you had the Mandinka bloodline.
No, I said I had the Togo and Sierra Leone through my mother. Togo and Sierra Leone.
Okay, I thought at one point I remember, like back when he had switched his name up, you had said something about Mandinka.
Which one name up?
When he changed his name to Mandinka Mali from JJ.
That's JJ.
No, but there was conversations.
All right, hold on. Are y'all telling me that out of 300 and something people, only 7 people show love, y'all? Come on, we could do better than that, man. We could do way better than that, y'all. I don't give a damn if it's $5, man. Show love. Show some love, something. Give back to the channel. Support the channel. The reason why, let me tell y'all this. The reason why I allowed Moses 777 to go that long was because Moses, and I look out for the people who really support the channel.
Really?
Moses supports the channel more than damn near anybody. Sometimes y'all see him in the chat with the 777 donations. Sometimes y'all don't see him because he sends it directly to my Cash App. And another one is Sister Sakina Ra. On the regular basis, they show love and support the channel. That's why I allows them to come up. Because if you support the channel, I got to support you. I can't just be supporting people that don't support the channel. And Apostle, he comes up here, curse me out because he support the channel. I allow him to come up here and get, because sometimes this is therapy for Apostle. I'm not stupid. I allow Apostle to come up. He's one of the elders. I'm right behind him. And this is good therapy for him. So I beat him up. I let him come in here, beat him up. And when he go on these other channels, believe me, he's ready for war. They can't fuck with him. I'm the only one on YouTube that can bust his ass. I'm the only one. He beats everybody else up. That's a fact. Am I right, Apostle?
I beat you up too, man. You won't admit it.
The people won't admit it either. I guarantee you the people won't admit that.
What? Did I beat you up?
Yeah, they won't admit that.
No, they won't, because they kiss your behind.
Nah, that's not true, brother. That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
Nah, that's
I get Twilight Zone. He's never said a good word about me. But
well, you gotta put something in there to make him be like, yo, man, that was deep, Apostle.
I told him, come on up in here and debate me. Come on up in here, Twilight Zone.
You ain't ready for Twilight Zone, though, brother.
Yeah, okay. Well, come on up here, Twilight Zone, and show and prove.
Well, why are you running from Genesis, though?
I don't debate women, so you know that.
All right, do you have discussions with them?
I do, but I had a discussion with her.
Oh, what about another one?
Well, you had discussion, but you never answered the question.
And I'm not going to do that on the air with her.
What about the three? I'm going to have a discussion about 3 AI atlas. I think that you are.
I'm not going to have a discussion about 3A. I'm holding back.
You sounding like Captain Cesariak tonight, brother.
It's all right, brother.
So do you think it was as well?
No, it's a principle. I'm not going to do it. I told her I wouldn't debate her.
Damn. And you know what? Everybody used to, all Hebrews and everybody used to debate women until Captain came up here and said that. Once Captain said that, everybody started following the Captain.
Yeah, it'd be a talk women. Captain follow me. I said it before Captain.
No, you did.
So what's wrong with debating women? Why is there an issue with debating? What is the premise of that?
Because I'm not going to debate a woman, period.
Right, but what is the reason?
Because the reason is because I don't want to be accused of hounding you. That's all. I don't want to be accused. Just like sa.neter said, oh, that's a woman. See? He said it there just a few minutes ago. That's a woman. Because in debate, we say things to irritate. We say things to provoke. And I would have to hold back. I would not be able to treat you.
Yo, J-A-Z. Hold up, Apostle. J-A-Z. Email me. My email is right there on the screen. Email me, brother, and then we can see what we could do. Email me. You said, Saw, do you have a P.O. box? I want to send you some products. Email me. And what kind of products you talking about? What kind of products are you talking about? Let's start there, brother. What kind of products are you talking about?
I respect you. Under the basement, they were able to not so-called handle me because we were able to have a logical discussion. So you're saying that you would not be able to have a discussion or a debate without having saying what? What are you saying?
What you mean? What I'm saying? You deaf? You didn't hear what I said?
So you're saying that you would not be able to express your point without handling a certain matter? Is that what it is?
Look at what she wrote. She heard me. You playing games. What I said is what I said. And if you didn't understand that, then that's another reason. Why would I debate you? Because your understanding is below mine.
Understood. Okay.
Why would I do that?
Not debate, but a conversation, brother.
I done had a conversation with her.
Oh, that's all you could give us one? That's it? You got so scared of the first one?
What?
You got so scared of the first conversation?
No, actually, we had 2 on the phone.
Man, we talking about on here, live for the audience.
That taught me it's not going to work, Si. It's not.
Oh, man. No.
I got my reasons.
You sounding like the captain now, brother.
Now, it's up to you to respect that, other than the fact that you just want to use me on your program.
No, I think Genesis got some good questions, man.
You don't want to respect. No, you want to use me. You want to use her and me to go at each other to bring.
Right. You know what? This is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to blackmail you, Apostle. This is what I'm going to do. If you don't have a discussion with Genesis, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this video out. I'm going to let this video out right here. Where
it's speaking to the Christian church.
Yeah, she putting it on your ass,
about
boy.
why Jesus
is
better than Moses.
See, you ain't know I had this with Christina Nick
in the tabernacle.
In the debate y'all had. I'm gonna show this tomorrow. I'm gonna give you to the end of the day
the whole
and hit me up and say, yes, I will do it.
Against why
Jesus it ain't gonna happen.
Is better.
I'm not embarrassed of that tape. I handled that girl.
Establishing a witness about himself. So I know people who call themselves Christ themselves.
Hold on.
We have people claiming authority.
Your audio is low, Christine. They're saying it's low.
Christine was putting it on you, bro.
Did you hear me call me Christ? Did you hear me say I was putting nothing on me? I don't even know why you
beef with Christendom. I'm not here to represent that beef. I'm here to say that if Jesus is not God, you are no longer in the faith, my brother. And it's sad you are not elevated, but you were actually demoted. And yes, you demoted yourself by your own free will. You turned away from Christ.
Okay, Apostle. I'm getting the timer now. Great. Now, see, Apostle, I thought you don't debate females.
There wasn't a debate.
What was it?
It was a discussion.
Okay, you can call it a discussion. That's an easy way of saying I'm not going to debate.
Discussion.
Discussions are debates.
The one difference is that when I have a conversation, I just ask questions. The question.
You can play games all you want, but you set me up with Neil for a discussion. Me and her came together, and I whipped your ass, and I whipped her ass together. I had to show how you was in the background trying to set me up.
All right.
He said debate me. He's in the back. He said debate me.
Show that tape too. I'm not debating you, girl. Please.
No, Zion. She said Zion.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Can I just say one thing to Apostle? To my
yes,
elder?
that's why I let you get up here before I close out.
Okay, Apostle, you said that all Ethiopians are Hamites. You do know that Ethiopia is a geographic region. Nationality does not denote ethnicity, right?
I know Haile Selassie is not the Messiah.
Haile Selassie is not a Philistine Jew. Do you know that?
Haile Selassie is not the Messiah.
That is not the point. So debate me on it. If you won't debate her, debate me on it. Wait, hold on. Wait.
Not the Messiah.
Hold on, Apostle. Now he's calling you out and you running, man.
Okay, so you brought up I need him to stop.
On your Haile Selassie.
I need his dementia to stop.
God that's dead.
I need his dementia to stop. Your God is dead too.
I tell you what.
Apostle, listen, brother. Listen, brother. I'm gonna let you respond. Let him finish it.
But then use the Ethiopian Bible to justify your position. If you use the Ethiopian Bible, the Ge'ez and the Amharic, does that not come from Hamites, nigga?
Damn, he calling you out, Apostle. You running like crazy. But if I ask you to debate me, you'll want to debate me.
Yo, wait, hold on. Take his mic. He over here stutter stepping now because he used the Ethiopian Bible profusely to try to justify to black folks and people who are African or centered that the Bible is real, but then turn around and minimize Ethiopians.
Woo! Fire.
Excuse me.
Knockout blows.
This dude has never seen my hand.
Objection
with an
relevance. Talk
Ethiopian
about
Bible.
what I just said.
You never see me
Did
pick
you
up.
use the Ethiopian Bible?
Do you use
the
Now you
Ethiopian
gonna shut
Bible
up
to
so I don't
justify?
have to holler.
Let him talk. Let him talk. Get
Use the Ethiopian Bible. I've never read an Ethiopian Bible. Period. You're lying. The bottom line is, admit to sa.neter what you used to say over there on JJ before you came over here.
No, I already know that. I already know that. We've been pieced out for that. Yeah, I know that, Apostle.
I know this nigga from a long time ago.
When I was an atheist?
I know. And the only thing he doing now.
All right, Apostle, don't come on, man. Don't do all that, man. It's all right.
I
That
don't
was back then. I know. We spoke on that already. We did speak on that.
Please.
What did I do? What did I do?
Brother.
Nah, remember, all right, what the Apostle's saying is, remember when I asked you myself, when you was over there going in on me, when you was on Judah Naz.
Yes, sir.
We've been pieced out over that already with JJ and all of that. Yeah, I know about that.
Apologize to my
Yeah,
brother,
let's not bring that up. That's back then. That was back then.
Apologize.
And he did apologize to me. Yes.
I apologize to Elder sa.neter. Listen, I knew sa.neter before half of y'all did.
Yeah, he used to be on 125th and get
space on 125. Be like, he's an elder to me. When I was a young man going out, leaving school to go and get knowledge and books and DVDs, I went to sa.neter and bought DVDs, and he would sit there and talk to me and my homies.
That's correct. That's true.
Negroes. We were young boys. We were YNs at the time. And sa.neter would pull us under his shoulder and hand us books and open up books and build with us on his own time. So what you're not going to do is use that to try to divide and conquer. Because
So
I knew
after sa.neter took you underneath his wing, when you
all right, Apostle, come on, man. Let's not drag it up.
You see the devil? You gotta rebuke the devil.
Like I'm doing something
We
wrong.
gotta rebuke the devil.
After you did all that,
your dementia is kicking in.
Hold on for 1 minute. You know why, Apostle? You know why I'm not going to accept that from you? Because you wait until you get mad to want to come and tell me that. See, I'm not going to accept that from you. You wait until you get mad at the brother.
All right.
This was done
Bring up some old beef that was already
done 2-3 years ago, and now you come and tell me that, but you knew all this. See what I'm saying? It's all right, Apostle. Come on, man. It's all right.
It's all right.
It's demonic.
It's demonic about him. I'm talking about more than one person.
It's all right though, brother. Come on, man. You don't think I be seeing this? You don't think I got spotters that be knowing this? Hold on. Apostle, hold on. You don't think I got spotters that see this, that knows this, that hit me? I see everything that's going on YouTube, brother.
I'm moving on. I'm changing the subject.
I'm always shouting out sa.neter from the point that I rectified my problem, and me and him, you know what I'm saying, me and sa.neter. So so if you are Christ, and you believe in forgiveness, you believe in reconciliation, you need to stop it unless you're a demon.
I said I was.
The reconciliation has already happened. Why are you trying to dig up some old bones?
I'm moving away.
I rebuke you.
Straw man argument.
All right. Satan. All right. Yo, he's moving on from it. He's moving on from it, y'all.
I said that.
All right, he's moving on from that.
This dude is mad.
And guess what? Hold on. Stop it. Yo, I need y'all to stop. I need y'all to stop. Apostle, the same thing you accuse him of, you used to do the same thing, Apostle. This is what I'm trying to tell you, brother. Listen to me. I told you I got spotters that see everything.
More than me.
And hits me with videos and show me everything. You used to do the same thing, Apostle, when you was over there with JJ. You had
a whole lot. He had a couple live videos against you.
Yo, I need y'all to stop. A lot of people did the same thing. I don't care about that. No, you see, I don't care about none of that stuff. because look where you at. You here chilling with your brother. I don't care. This is YouTube. You see, it ain't like you. It ain't like you. F my wife. It ain't like you f my wife. It ain't like you talk greasy about my mama and none of that stuff. You talked about me. I could deal with that. I got thick skin. I don't.
When you talked about me,
right? But listen. It's all right, man. I'm out of here. Thank y'all. I appreciate everybody. Got love for you, man. Apostle, I got love for you. I'm out. Peace and blessings, Apostle. I'm out. Peace and blessings, Zion. I'm out. Hey, now Genesis, what's going on with you? Do you think Apostle is afraid of you or something?
I think that what's going on is that he's been indoctrinated by like the Tazariakian mind frame of like you can't debate a woman because you're gonna hurt her feelings or whatever. But any debate that I've had, I'm able to do it without like all that rigmarole. I don't have to like. Right. He might do it, but I don't have to do it. I can like just come with facts. I can ask real good questions, and I don't have to do all that. So
all right. So Genesis, peace and blessings. Thank you for coming through. Hope to see you once again. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you later, sis.
Peace.
Peace. All right, family. I don't care about that stuff, man. One thing about your brother, you notice I don't got no baby skin, man. That's just talk people do. And I know why people get mad sometimes. It's because they want to come over and do what they do. And sometimes I don't be having the time. And so they will get mad. And somebody who's mad, they say birds and the feather flock together. So when JJ would get mad at me, anybody who's mad at me will run to JJ and add on and throw wood on the fire. That's what they would do. And I see that. Sometimes I look at it and I laugh, but it don't affect me. That's why you see them back here. That don't affect me, man. I don't care about that. It ain't like you had sex with my woman. I don't give a damn about that. That's because to me, that's little girly stuff. Girly stuff, man. I don't care. I got love for Apostle. I got love for Zion. All y'all, man. Y'all my brothers, man. All right? And with that, peace and blessings.
Hey, Elder Suntan Spitfire, ignite the scroll from pyramids to pavement. They feel the soul, Elder Apostle dropping jewels rare and colossal. The HOK, we get hostile over gospel. Religion in your ears, science in your nostril. House of consciousness, ain't no room for the docile. Toughest debate forum, earth can't deny. Iron sharpens iron till the sparks start to fly.
sa.neter says source up.
Get your skin thick or your career fold up.
sa.neter says source up.
Weak arguments crumble, they ain't bold enough. Micah guillotine, slice the lies from the clean. Crowd electrified, charged like a live machine. Hieroglyphs in my veins, ancestors in my spleen. Building blocks of truth, DNA of a king. The HOK ain't for the timid or the frail. Weigh your knowledge on a scale or get derailed. Sharpen swords in the foreign minds prevail. Or drown in the current when the truth sets sail.
sa.neter says source up.
Get your skin thick or your career fold up.
sa.neter says source up.
Weak arguments crumble, they ain't bold enough. Iron tongue, every word a blade. Cut through illusions, truth displayed. No retreat, no surrender, we crusade. House of consciousness where legends are made.
sa.neter says source up.
Spitfire, ignite the scroll from pyramids to pavement. They feel the soul. Elder Apostle dropping jewels rare and colossal. The HOK, we get hostile over gospel. Religion in your ears, science in your nostril. House of consciousness, ain't no room for the docile. Toughest debate forum, earth can't deny. Iron sharpens iron till the sparks start to fly.
sa.neter says source up.
Get your skin thick or your career folded.
sa.neter says source up.
Weak arguments crumble, they ain't bold enough. Micah guillotine, slice the lies from the clean. Crowd electrified, charged like a lie machine. Hieroglyphs in my veins, ancestors in my spleen. Building blocks of truth, DNA of a king. The HOK ain't for the timid or the frail. Weigh your knowledge on the scale, or get derailed. Sharpen swords in the foreign minds prevail, or drown in the current when the truth sets sail.
Sa.neter sets get your skin thick or your career fold up. Sa.neter sets sourced up.
Weak arguments crumble,